And welcome back, everybody, to Scales of Fate.
Scales of Fate.
It's us. Thank you.
Yeah. It has been a while since we've played.
Yeah.
Jessica and I got married.
We did it.
We did the thing. Went on a moon of the honeys, and then now we're back. What? No one's ever described it that way before?
No.
Not normally.
Moon of the honeys.
Y'all are normal.
Sounds tasty though.
That is true.
And congratulations, y'all!
But yes, in our absence, we have done virtually nothing. But here we are to do many things.
I mean, we've done quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just not
Preparation of tonight.
Yes, that's true.
Just not at that table. At this table.
Yes, correct.
It was at that other table.
For affiliations and sponsors and stuff, do the thing, which is look below in the episode description. You might notice that we have a new player at the table today.
Hello.
Everybody welcome Kai.
Hi, Kai.
Thank you.
Pronouns they, them, correct?
Yes.
Yes. They will be joining us at the table, and the mystery of their character will be revealed in time. Oh, I would like to mention, they're basically our number one fan.
Yeah.
They very much deserve to be.
Our chat is
step
gonna
up
be
your game.
quiet.
Yeah. If you've watched the show before, you've definitely seen their comments in the chat and hyping us up and super engaged. So, boom.
Because I don't shut up.
I also like talking to them earlier about like putting you in for some episodes and stuff. I realized that like you know basically everything that's happened in this stream, and some of the players at this table are like,
I was like, literally before we started, I was like, we're still level 7, right? And they were the one that responded. Yep. That's so great.
Yes, wonderful to have you.
And that's on being special interested.
With all that to be said, quick recap on the events of the last episode. You guys were saved from Shades Valley Desert by the wonderful Amara teleporting in and then teleporting you guys out. There was a brief conversation that was had between her and Salvo and JJ. And meanwhile, the rest of the crew decided to go their own ways. Thauner went to go visit his father. And Stack, Roscoe, and Trenton decided to go visit old Aelgot at the Dragon's Den.
We talked to some bats along the way.
Got attacked by some bats along the way.
Basically, we talked to everybody who dislikes Roscoe.
Or Roscoe made promises to.
So everyone.
At the Dragon's Den, after a brief catching up of sorts with Aelgot, you guys had convinced / tricked. Oh, Salvo was there too. Sorry. Convinced / tricked. Trenton to join the underbelly fight club that I'm not talking about that right now, am I? Nope.
No.
Got into a fight. It's normally just a fist fight, but a mysterious figure in a shadowy corner had said,
Classic.
"Give them weapons."
And that they did.
Yes,
and
they
I turned that weapon into magic and beat the tar out of a toad.
You did.
And
You did.
63 gold
Make
for
sure
me.
you keep that quiet.
Right. That is between you and me.
From there, Roscoe deemed it to be his great deceptive escape, hauled butt down to the Crinkle / Bandersnatches
/finish line,
and proclaimed that he was the winner of the race. Not before strewing 69 gems about and having the children of Drake.
So the children like me.
The children do like you.
That sounds right.
So, with that, essentially, the purveyors of this race had, without too much concrete evidence, asked to have an Eldritch Knight look into your mind to see the truth and validity of your statements. From there, the group back down in the Dragon's Den had engaged in conversation with this mysterious figure in the basement who had revealed to himself that his name was Captain Amberai. At your service.
I would freak out if I knew and heard that.
Yes, you did freak out.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't. You, Clint, freaked out. Roscoe doesn't know yet. Speaking of Roscoe, that's where we're starting today. Roscoe, you've been waiting a little bit. Oh, before we completely start the session, I would like to say we are going to be transitioning the flow of our live stream a little bit to where we do kind of fast forward to important notes, if it were. So, Roscoe, you were waiting for a while patiently with the Bandersnatches and the Crinkles. I'm trying to be kind, okay? And at which point an Eldritch Knight had indeed appeared. Grant, the one that you had been affiliated with from the old Abjurai, he walks up and he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I remember you. What's seems to be the problem here?"
These guys don't believe that I won the race, but I'm the only one here, so I had to have won.
Yeah, we want you to look into his mind and see about the validity of his statement and see what happened to my fucking horses.
Man, I told you the Crinkles stole the horses after I got to the desert.
We would never steal horses.
Well, you know, you guys didn't do a good enough interview process with your little mercenary group, because
the hexes are very prestigious here. Sir, your name? Grant. Grant, would you please be on with perusing this young individual's mind?
I'm gonna warn you not to delve too deep, because you might be scared.
Okay. All right. So he kind of like moves over to you and like waves a hand in front of your face, and this is a point where this is detect thoughts. So he gets your surface thoughts immediately for free,
okay.
And then there's a wisdom saving throw to resist him going further. Do you resist?
Well, my surface thoughts first off are remembering that I did get to the desert on a horse.
Okay.
And then my second surface thought is the leader of the Hexers, Crinkles, quit in the desert. She just quit. She goes, "I'm done," and quit.
This is valid. Okay. So he is going to delve deeper.
All right, I am gonna try and resist with drunkenness.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Eight.
That is definitively a fail. As you kind of resist the vague haze of inebriation is easily pierced through this Eldritch Knight's abilities, and as you you genuinely sense like another presence in your mind as you are recapping these memories, and as he essentially siphons through these memories from start to finish in your mind of the race, he turns back to the Crinkles and the Bandersnatches and he says, "Well, I don't exactly know the parameters of the race. According to him, it was who made it to the desert first, correct?" "Yeah, that's correct."
And got back.
And the one on my side of the things, it was go in return, yes. Well, it's not clean, but under those circumstances, this individual Roscoe is indeed the winner of your race. What do you mean? No, tell me what you mean by this. He was the first one to step foot in Shades Valley. And as you see him standing here now, first one back. And Mr. Bandersnatch goes, "Ah, yes! Suck it, Crinkle! You are the worst! I've been owning this livery for 300 years, and you think you can march in here?" And he just is going off, and this Crinkle is just
behind him all hype man style.
Yeah, the Crinkle is just more and more like his face is almost melting off of him, and he's just like, "Fine, well, as it were, my agreement for the winnings was with the Hexers. So, if you don't mind, he turns around.
No, man. Now you made the agreement for the winner of the. You can't just back out.
No,
That's breach of
he
contract.
opens up his gate, starts walking through.
Well, then I guess you're never gonna get your doll back.
Okay.
That special porcelain doll is probably your grandma's that I, may have found on the ground outside of your stable.
The Bandersnatch. No, don't even try. He's a ruffian. He has no sense of moral code. If you see the way that he's treated horses in the past years.
The public is gonna hear about this.
He literally turns around, flips you the bird, and goes back into his house. Well, any more domestic issues you guys need me for? I'm kind of on a tight schedule.
Domestic.
Breach of contract.
Breach of contract. Sure, let's forward that with the proper authorities. Good day. He also walks away. Hey, well, for what it's worth, you can have your deposit on the horses back. I won. Motherfucker.
Yeah, you did. Man, and now it's time for you to run those damn Kringles into the ground.
Sure, yeah, I'm down. How do you want to do this, partner?
Well, you've been across the street from them for a while now, eh?
Yeah.
You know if they had, I don't know, a special safe or where they would keep something?
They're pretty posh. Maybe. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, for your winnings, I'm going to impart to you this special key.
You just kind of lightly hand over this key and say, cool. Wait, what do I do with this?
I don't know, but it's very valuable to them, and it goes to something they own.
This is going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Listen, I need some help around the livery today. Are you available about 2 p.m.?
No.
What? All right, 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah, that actually would work.
All right, well, I'll see you back here then. Hey, and congratulations on winning the race.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Yes, the Bandersnatches rule!
That's good. Can we get like a banner? I'll run through the street with it.
Sure, you can just take the one off the side of my shop. Here you go.
I immediately grab it and just start booking it.
You snatched a banner for the Bandersnatches?
It's a Bandersnatch.
Yes.
I wish I gave out inspiration again. That was so good.
So yeah, that ends with Roscoe with the banner running through the street saying Bandersnatch won the race.
Okay.
Repeatedly.
Yep.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Episode
Well,
over.
all right, we're done. Thanks for coming, Kai. No. So we're gonna go ahead and toss over to Thelner. You've been catching up with Tyro and.
Let's back up a little.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
left the group to go find my father. Went to Steep in the Cups, of course, as that is where I would find him. Only to see that the structure has an addition to it.
Several.
Kind of a thin, box-like slat along the side of the building in the alleyway with just a giant pile of white-ish black substance underneath. Downer has a feeling he knows what that is.
Shutters are drawn.
Goes inside to meet up with his father, Tyro. And then is catching up. First things first. Are we okay? We're okay.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
He assures you that everything has been mostly fine, other than some airborne rodents seemingly attacking my shop for no reason.
Seems like you've set them up a pretty good spot outside.
Yeah, I figured it'd be better if they had somewhere to go rather than just anywhere that might be in a guest's cup of tea.
Is there a sign for them outside? Like an attraction of some sort?
I asked a friend who asked a friend of how I might get their attention better, and yeah, it was more or less. Listen, your friend told me something about this would happen. I genuinely don't know the full scope of why this is happening. I'm just trying to deal with it.
You have a bat enclosure now. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. They're not so bad. I mean,
There's some kids outside that were. There were some kids outside that were just having a heyday, looking at all of the little ones up in the shutter. So
it is quite a beautiful sight when they take
it
off.
actually was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. But I'm glad to hear that you are well, despite all of the misgivings and misfortunes that belayed you during your travels.
Yeah, I think I might have freaked out my friends a little bit. I kind of left abruptly, but after everything that happened and being so near death so many times, my only thought coming home was to return to my place of peace, to return to home, and remember that everything's gonna be okay. That though when it rains, it pours, but when the sun comes back out, there's bound to be a rainbow. As stupid as that sounds, I think I read that in a poetry book.
This is quite elegant. Well, I'm glad to see that you're okay. Is there anything that you need, or?
Just a cup of tea.
He begins brewing some tea with you. From there, I'd imagine, after exchanges of hellos and goodbyes, you at some point would rejoin your friends.
Before doing so, I think I would have, more out of interest or curiosity than anything, wanted to try and brew a tea with the clipping of Hellfire Ivy.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Give me a nature roll.
Oh boy.
What you
Just to be clear, the whitish black is that's a pile of guano, right?
Guano, yeah. Just a big pile of guano.
Is nature intellect based or wisdom based?
Int.
Give me it needs to be a wisdom based survival check, yeah.
making tea?
Not that you're trying to survive making the tea, but I believe.
I'd argue performance.
I mean, right?
No.
It's a little more science when working with new ingredients like this. Which one?
Performance is the flair of making the tea.
You could do medicine check.
I'd say it's not.
I'd say so.
It's the same modifier.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Animal.
That's a 10.
10? Okay. After essentially putting it through a processor and bagging it up and getting it into a cup with some, white pepper and a bit of hibiscus, you brew tea. And trying it for the first time, it almost immolates your throat. It is very, very hot, and as soon as that coats, there's almost like a strange cooling effect afterwards.
I would probably, Thalner would probably drink some hot water just by itself.
It tastes room temperature.
And then approach it like a candle and pass his hands through the flame.
Passing your hands through the flame, it burns.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting. And that's that.
Eat the fire.
It did
Oh.
coat your throat.
I mean, I put the candle up.
Where the candle would be burning your throat, it is not.
I pour the tea on my hand and then put my hand in the fire.
It is resisting that heat.
Neat.
Science.
That's gonna be handy when
So
I
maybe
burn down
not tea, but
the crinkles.
And obviously, as a person who, Thalner, as a person who uses ingredients a lot and experimenting with a new ingredient and flavor profile, he would have just broke off a piece to make a small batch.
Sure.
I imagine the clipping is not just a tiny
It's sizable.
little twig. It's like a couple inches.
Yeah. What you're saying is yes, you
I still
do.
have
You do have some left over.
Okay,
yes.
well.
Does
That's all I want.
Hellfire Ivy happen to look like spiral leaves with a jagged crown flower that's yellow?
That was very specific.
Why do you ask?
Because I have some spiral leaves with a jagged crown flower that's yellow.
No, that's not the same. Where did you procure that from again?
When I started my alchemy stuff, I started getting things and never tried them. So
That was that was provided to you by.
yeah, I also have some King's Herald and
King's Herald, that's a weed.
one of them's alive.
A weed is but a plant whose virtue is yet unknown.
I always say a weed is a plant that's growing where you don't want it. So.
No, I'd say a weed is a plant that can grow better than anything else, and everyone else is salty about it.
A weed is a devil's lettuce, and we don't do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed is bad, guys.
So, after you've made your Hellfire IVT, or at least your preliminary round of it, we move back over to team in the basement of the Dragon's Den.
Basement.
People are still out and about and fighting. Here, let me change up the music.
Out and about and fighting music.
Out and about, moving around and fighting. I forgot to save the music that I had picked up for last time, remember?
Dun, dun, dun.
Fighting in a tavern, would it be infighting?
Dang it.
The inspiration.
Yes, Captain Amber, at your service. I am pleased to make your acquaintance there. Tell me, where is our dear mutual friend, Roscoe, at this time?
I believe he's working on playing two angles and swindling a family out of money.
That's my old first mate. I would love to see him again. Is he coming to visit here, or shall we go find him?
He should come here.
Shall we wait then?
Carried on the wind, you hear some screaming and hollering coming down the street.
I come downstairs to inform Sal. I didn't find him upstairs, but I did find more of this drink.
How do I feel about this guy?
What are we talking to?
So your passive insight is pretty high. What is it? 17?
It's a 20.
20 passive insight? Okay.
Wow.
Hold on just a second.
You are insane.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Against humanoids, which I assume he is.
So
Or was.
against humanoids,
He's humanoid.
Who's humanoid?
this is against humanoids, right?
He's
Yeah,
humanoid.
it's-
Your passive insight is higher against
This
humanoids.
is an oid.
What is it without being against
17.
17? Okay. The 20 would change it, but you're getting you feel yourself getting a hard read off of him. With the 17, you get you're putting a couple things together. He had said Roscoe is his first mate. Roscoe himself is and has been a morally gray figure within your group, to say the least. That's easily discernible here, looking at and trying to get a gauge on Amber Eye himself. If you want to make an active check, I can give you more info if the roll is right.
Okay.
But I will also tell you that, a little meta knowledge here, you're getting the sense that he's not exactly humanoid.
I think the glowing eye and
I guess I was
the
subtract 3
skeleton
from the
throat.
roll too, so that'd be 25.
25. Okay.
Yes.
This is a whisper.
Oh,
I said 28 on here.
But without the.
That's
'Cause
against
I'm-
humanoid.
I have
and he is
expertise against-
humanoid. He's
which
human-ish.
kind of cheats. And it gives me more information.
Are you ready for these sweet nothings?
Yeah, it's to get laid on me.
Ding-dong, ding-dong, diddly-doo.
That's what you do.
I just tried to not hear the whisper. How about
There's
you?
a lot of things you can do.
Super cool if we could get it to where the audience could get a whisper.
Banner snatchers for the win, man! I won the race.
The snatchers of banners for the bad
snatched the
snatchers.
Ooh, Bard? Come on now, make a song of it.
I'm the bard that doesn't sing.
Oh, that's awesome.
He just says things that makes your ears bleed.
The Kobold formerly known as Bard.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the Benjamin who like blah blah.
How did that go again?
I don't
I
even.
started hearing whispered. I couldn't think of words. I just started speaking in tongues. I guess.
Cthulhu magic.
Yeah. That was an eldritch horror coming out through me.
Okay.
In our journeys, has Roscoe mentioned anything about his old crew?
Yes, some vague references. He's mentioned his captain. I think he's mentioned something about Amber Eye, the name.
I also think he's mentioned that he lost his crew and is no longer a part of it.
Yeah. So
I don't think you've mentioned more outside of that.
I don't believe
You get tight-lipped as soon as anything about the loss comes up.
And the only thing that I think also additionally, I'll compile this to the 25 insight, like out loud. Like you're starting to put all these contexts together, and Roscoe's aversion of water is weird for a pirate.
right.
Or a sailor, I should say.
He's an upstanding individual. Sometimes. He sometimes stands up.
He's upstanding down here.
Yes. He's downstanding.
So you're the Amber Eye that Roscoe speaks so highly of.
He's told you about me. Of course he has. Like a good lad. You don't forget your mentors, as it were.
Oh, of course. You just look a lot different than I guess I had pictured in my head.
Was my eye not amber enough for you?
Oh, it's plenty amber. I guess let's see where you get the name. But
Have you had a tough time lately?
Haven't we all? Living in Drakehaven. Or Levancia in general.
Do people dislike you as much as they dislike Roscoe?
Yes, indeed they do. Yes,
That makes sense.
sometimes a bit more, and sometimes him a bit more too. But you're right. You're wobbling a little bit there.
I'm trying this stuff that Roscoe gave me. It's really good.
What's the multiple concussions?
Yes, I also fought a frog person.
He got frog slapped.
Yes, that was indeed intriguing.
Thanks for the weapon, by the way.
No, not a problem.
I actually, well, I'll keep that between you and me, but I made it magic.
No, I could tell. I could. Nobody's listening. I could tell. Yes.
All right.
Where are my manners? Jolene. Jolene, dear, are you still in here?
Jolene.
Will you please describe the character?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Jolene is an Eladrin female, 5'2", so kind of short, with red hair and light green skin.
What kind of female?
Eladrin.
Can you describe
Eladrin is a
And-
elf from the
elf.
Feywild.
From the Feywild. Yes.
So I would be familiar vaguely with
Yes.
the Eldritch. Okay. Well, hello there, Jolene. You are looking lovely today.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like a drink?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, more for
Keep
me.
it for you.
More for me.
She's a little bit more reserved than my last first mate, who you know. But this is my new
That's
first
Roscoe.
mate.
Roscoe's your first mate?
Roscoe was my first mate of my old ship.
I didn't know Roscoe swung that way.
Not quite same context, but I'm pretty sure he'd swing any way that would jiggle a goal.
All fine by me.
Roscoe, you dog.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yes.
Jiggle a gold or two.
So, Jolene and I are actually here on quite important tasks.
Business, not pleasure.
Not
Business.
What are your lofty goals, if you don't mind me asking?
lofty goals.
Yeah.
Retake our fair town, Port Ghilean.
Do I know anything about? Do you know anything about Port?
I think I do.
You guys can roll me a history check.
Isn't that the Fort near?
To the south, I believe.
It's respectable. You said high story?
It's a 12.
History.
22.
22. What'd you get?
12.
12. You know that it's a port city, much farther northeast from Drakehaven. You've never been there, and about it, all you know that it is a major trade city for Bastion cities. With the 22, Port Ghislaine is the first stop that you had, Salvo, personally, before or after leaving Aether Rock due to its chaotic usurpation, if that's a word or a phrase.
Sure, let's context. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It conveys the thought.
Port Ghislaine was where you had landed in after leaving Aether Rock. It's where you were, and going back to Aether Rock, the ship had turned around because it basically was Aether Rock was under attack. Port Ghislaine was where you had decided to more or less, and this is over the table knowledge that you guys aren't aware of. This is where Salvo basically was at a loss for her life. She was a researcher on Aether Rock. That life was gone, and other than the College of the Izzet, there wasn't much to go home to. Maybe family. So that's where you had spent a lot of time with fishermen, and the city itself is mostly a convergence of tradesmen, fishermen, merchants, and for lack of a better term, pirates. Huge port pirate city. Still had its own rules and governmenting and standing. Nowhere near as uptight and as full-fledged city that Drakehaven is. It's a much smaller bastion city.
But it has a
paling.
Paling.
Yep.
Thank you. I was like,
Dragon umbrella.
Dragon umbrella. Yep.
Yeah. So.
I'm familiar with Port Ghislaine. Has it fallen?
How about I let Jolene tell the story?
When you said take back.
I'm sorry, dear, to put you on the spot. She's been feeling a little worked up about it, but yes.
The paling has fallen.
Oh. Completely?
For now.
Well, that's a bummer.
You see, I've been working on some innovations in technology and traveling for a while.
You've been, excuse me.
I've been facilitating.
There we go.
Yes, facilitating innovations and traveling, and with the brilliant talents of my first mate here. We were the first to bring back a ferry of refugees from Port Ghislaine. She's quite talented.
Talented, you say? What is your area of expertise?
I trained to support the paling. That's my expertise.
Fair.
Not dissimilar from your Abdrai here, but not the same.
Definitely not the same.
Well, I'm surprised to see you're still standing. I thought his whole crew died mysteriously. That
he won't go into detail.
Yeah, he doesn't go into detail, but he'll be excited, I guess, to hear that you're up and kicking.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And as he's kind of putting his hand up in the air and saying what he's about to say, there's a huge pushing wave of just bodies falling forward as this large, almost pig-like person gets knocked back from the crowd and is on his back, but still gets picked up by everybody else and thrown back into the ring.
Mosh pit.
How about we go upstairs somewhere a little bit less chaotic?
Fine by me.
Yeah. They don't need a ringmaster here, do they? No.
No, I mean, Roscoe's been gone for
Okay, but I guess I'll miss my people. I seem to have made quite an impression down here.
You just see a small child bullywug walk up to you you're fucking cool, man.
I'm sorry for killing your father.
That wasn't my dad. What the heck?
He's not dead.
He's kind of actually a bully.
That's awkward.
The bully.
The bullies.
Not all frog people are related.
I wasn't implying that. They have the similar markings.
Ooh, let's just...
All right.
Stop.
Ask people if they're related.
I'm gonna go put my foot in my mouth upstairs. Put my foot in my drink and then my drink in my mouth.
However it rolls your boat, as they
That's
say.
actually how we brew it.
Where do you think they get the yeast from?
You guys head up to a table upstairs and kind of sitting around for a while. This about the time that you guys get a big enough table to get everybody there. This is when Thalner walks in.
Downer!
We were wondering where your green ass was.
Hey.
Their ass
I mean, it is now.
Trenton's had a bit of his ale.
Yeah.
He always gets way more drunk than I do. It's not fair.
You want to fight?
You can have some of mine.
Thanks.
Won't do much.
It works for me.
Well, you're made of flesh.
And who might this little
Poison
cold be
flesh.
here?
We met this guy.
Yeah.
I like his eyes.
Some strange, like, creaking groans as he moves his limbs
Downer
around.
is of average height for a kobold, thank you.
Certainly.
He's a little kobold, I
Well,
just
Downer, this is Captain Amberai, the captain of Roscoe who died, we thought.
You'll never guess where he gets the name from.
And now he's not dead anymore.
And this is my first mate.
Second mate.
No, my current first mate.
Second first.
It's his second
It's
first
a title
name.
now.
Yeah.
It's a title.
All right. I don't know.
I don't think you've never been on a boat, have you?
I've never been off of the land.
Yeah.
Not all first mates are related.
All right. You know what? I'll let you guys talk. I'm just gonna enjoy my drink.
Yes, you can sit and look pretty.
We'll do that. Probably talk to a cat if I can find one.
Him and his first mate have talked about how they want to retake the port of Galen, which is right off the coast from Ether Rock.
Minor corrections, Port Gillian.
Can I roll history on Gillian?
Yeah.
Can I ask for spelling on that?
Gilean.
Okay, thank you.
Gillian was extra steps.
Yes.
Gillian with flair.
Yes.
Gillian's Island. It was a 3-hour tour, and it ended up being a whole, like, 8 seasons long.
Okay,
Captain
this
Amberai.
guy has been put in timeout.
We need a dice jail.
11.
11? Not dissimilar from JJ's same history check. Like, you've never been there, you're aware of its general function and location. I think differentiating from JJ's like political knowledge of it, you know that there's some party people that hang out there. And you've never been a party goer, really.
Lame.
I'm not trying to make Thalmer feel bad. Like, just saying.
No, that by choice.
Yeah.
By choice.
That was Roscoe.
More of like
Oh,
a
no,
tea
no,
party.
Roscoe's
What's up?
spirit.
Yeah, Roscoe's spirit.
I feel like something lame is happening right now.
Miss Roscoe, sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Okay, you know what, Roscoe, give me roll a D100, please.
D100.
Yeah, we could hear him before we had gone upstairs. He should be pretty close, right?
That was in his words.
Nice.
That was just, I made that
No,
up.
not as nice.
18?
Okay. You've been pretty much up and down the main road so far already, and you're getting really tired and sober.
How many people are following me?
Mostly children stealing your gems. Roll another D100.
This is for how many, Jim? They're all locked up in my bag. What, do I even
Not
have
all of
my
them.
bag?
You have loose ones.
Oh. 61.
61 more gems from your personal stash.
This is gonna come in handy. You just wait. I can't say
He's
take
gonna be like
advantage of this
the
total.
guy from Game of Thrones who has all the orphan kids. You know, like they share his secrets.
I've got a
He's
secret
spy
network.
master.
Yeah. Varys.
Yeah, Varys.
If anyone knows what's going on in this town, it's those kids.
Maybe. So, going back to Thalner's history check here,
Yeah, so, Ghilean itself has fallen prey to those crazy, weird dragon.
Port Ghilean.
From Port Ghilean, yes. Port Ghilean.
Port Ghilean.
I've only ever been there a couple times. Jolene, you grew up there.
Yes, it's Gillian.
Oh, Ghilean.
And we're very, very particular about it.
Well, yes, very particular, very sad that bad things have happened. Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant take back, like you've had it for a while.
No, I haven't had it. No, I don't own much except for me ship.
Of course.
Yes.
Is it a big ship?
It's quite large, yes.
Can we get you anything to drink? You want anything?
No, thank you. I've had plenty.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be Savo, you wanna come with me to the bar real quick?
Yes, I will come with you to the bar.
Yeah. Donner, you want anything?
I'm alright, thanks.
Okay.
Had some tea.
Okay.
Quite
We'll be right back. And then we kind of step up.
I like awkwardly go.
Like, come on.
Are those two dating? They're quite a cute couple.
I apparently can't make those kinds of distinctions, so I'm not going to answer.
All right.
And then as we're working, like, that man is dead to rights. And I don't know how he's alive, actually.
Like dead?
We're listening
Oh,
to
yeah.
our sidebar.
Oh, yeah. Like, look at his skin. His heart is pumping. His eyes are like about to rot
So
out of their
Jolene,
sockets.
what
Is he-
was a he's a
I
trainer?
don't know how he's walking. And I can read
I'm not a trainer.
mechanically humans very well, and I can't read him very well at all.
I grew up there, but I
It's not gonna
trained
sound good
under a bar.
on camera.
It happens.
I see, I see. Do you play the music?
I do. Let me pull out my drums.
And his intentions of Roscoe are very unclear,
My
but
drums.
Do you mind?
he seems completely self-interested for what it's worth.
Those are some nice
But-
drums. What are they? What is this skin made of?
I just don't have a great good feeling about
I think
him.
it's cowhide. I'm not sure. It's been a while.
I don't know either. I didn't expect them to.
So, have you?
Jolene's drums.
Yes, she's quite talented at them. Yes,
Very.
very, very whimsical.
What exactly are your intentions, or what do you get out of winning back and freeing Port Ghilean?
It's the best pirating port city in all of Levancia.
You're a
doesn't-
pirate, there's other ports.
Who doesn't need a good home base, right?
Detect thoughts.
Okay. Are you delving or just going with surface right now?
Just surface.
Okay.
As especially like as I proposed that last question, like he seemed fishy.
Okay. Last question pertaining to like what exactly are your interests with?
No, like I asked what are your interests, and then I said there are other ports, and then at the same moment was casting detect thoughts.
Okay. So the surface thought, you see a lot of destruction from an aerial view. From an aerial view, other places that have planks and piers and different gullies and gulfs of ships going in and out, there's a lot of destruction. It's not just like explosions and fire. Like there's dragons and elements and troops and things of the sort. And then the flat, like in a microsecond, that's what he was thinking of, and in the other second, the interest is of, or the thought is that Ghilean still isn't whole. But again, this is a sight from an aerial view. Do you delve deeper?
No, but I do have the spell up for up to a minute and can continue asking questions to guide that surface thought.
If that's how you would like.
Wouldn't he notice you were casting this?
Not
Not at
surface level.
surface. If I delve deeper and he has to make the save, then yes.
Because I think it's so.
Somatic and material components.
Is
I
it
feel like that'd be pretty
is it
obvious.
verbal, somatic, and material?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a copper piece, and I said I posed a question, and sure I'll.
Are you trying to hide the fact that you were casting the spell?
Thanks. Look what you've done. Are you?
I would have looked it up at some point anyway.
It makes the
I
story
mean-
better.
I'd argue you could just hold it and be gesturing at him. And
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Flip
like-
the copper piece.
Not even-
Like
Just hold it in
literally,
your
like
pocket.
I did as a human being at this table when posing the question. I gestured my arm and said, "There's other ports to go to. You're a pirate."
If the concern if someone may or may not be able to discern if there's a spell happening, I will say that the possibility is there no matter who you're talking to. So I would say, are you trying to hide the fact that you're casting a spell, or are you being blatant about it?
I'm not being blatant about it.
Okay, so you're trying to hide it.
Yes.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
And the only reason I asked is because he noticed apparently that I had cast magic on my
He did.
stick. So he must be pretty perceptive for magic.
That's not a spell that has a now they notice that you did something element in its verbiage.
Right. Wait, what? This
Yes.
doesn't? Yeah.
No, that does.
Yes,
Yeah.
mine specifically says at this point it is noticeable. Yeah, but I'll roll. I mean, it's a 22.
22?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said deception, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 22.
22? Okay.
It's like the lowest I could have rolled.
It's not true.
For me, yeah.
So,
It's a bardic.
21
Magic bard
is the
too.
lowest I can roll.
You can only roll a 10 or
I have an
Because of-
in deception.
because of Thalnor's class, yeah.
Yes.
Bard, baby.
And immediately after having answered that and saying that, Port Ghislaine is the greatest of the cities as a home base, as it were, and you said there are other ports, he had made those thoughts, looking at you in this conversation, and says, wouldn't it stand to reason that you would protect one of the greatest ports, especially being that of a bastion city that has a fallen paling? And as he's saying this, like you see like scared children and refugees and people like piling onto this ship, and you think you see this ship pulling up off the ground.
Absolutely, I agree with you there, but having known Roscoe and pirates in general, I don't buy the fact that you have just a golden heart and want to save a fallen city. You'd abandon it just as fast as anybody else.
I'll be honest with you. Everybody's got interests.
And that's what I want to know. What exactly is your interest? What do you stand to gain from freeing Port Ghislaine?
As you're saying this, the surface thoughts are just continued processions of weak people and children and people of measure getting onto ships and moving away. If there's no people to pirate, then there's no pirating to be had, isn't there? Hold on. Roscoe, you come bursting in.
Bandersnatches win the race! Bandersnatches!
Go!
Now, take out my banner.
There's our list.
That's really cool. Where
Roscoe.
did you steal that from?
Who the fuck are you supposed to?
You don't know me,
This is
don't
going to
you?
get awkward with.
I don't
We'll
trust
continue
at
this
all.
conversation.
Things is getting more complicated.
Yeah.
You need to take this glass and hide somewhere and look at the table while we have this conversation.
No, you
Hide
can't.
somewhere.
You
Don't
can't.
Hide me?
It is I in the flesh.
Kind of witchcraft if you. I reach in my bag and I throw a handful of gems with a dagger in the middle of it towards him.
With a dagger in the middle of it?
Yeah, it's a test.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit with disadvantage.
Does the gems make a disadvantage? Because the gems
answer
should be
your
advantage
question
if it's like
later.
all jumbled up in it.
Man. You're also drunk.
I
always
gave
drunk.
Sobering up, but
I
drunk.
gave Savo my thought glass, spy glass thing, and I told her to go stand in the corner and kind of just like pin
14.
while I come back to the table.
14, unfortunately misses as the dagger sails through the air. Assuming this is not the dagger of Ma. Okay. Dagger sails through the air, and as it flies, he just reaches up with one hand and catches it like right in front of his face. Stabs it down on the table. See, Jolene, I told you he was a hothead. Welcome back, Roscoe. We've been waiting for you.
Fuck yeah! Elga, bring out the big cast.
What big cast?
The one that you don't think I know about in the back.
You don't know about that. I can no.
I said a small bag of gems on the table.
He kind of like looks over. Okay. Turns around and goes into his office.
Captain, man, how? No.
It's I. Just a little beaten up, as it were. You look better than you ever have.
Oh yeah.
This is my new first mate, Jolene.
Pleasure.
She's quite wonderful.
Excuse me?
It's a different situation, a different accommodation here, Roscoe. We were out having fun. Now we're altruists. We've got plans to take care.
How long have you not been fish food?
It's hard to answer that question. A couple of years.
You son of a bitch, man! You just.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to see my main man, Roscoe.
Now you want to see me.
You're looking at him with the...
Yeah, and like JJ had said, be inconspicuous. I'm just like standing against the wall, like leaning on it, like going.
Okay, so it's the same thing as detect thoughts, and you guys are getting almost at the same time. Almost at the same time, the exact same thoughts. There's a reoccurring imagery of saving people from Port Ghislaine going on in his mind. Do you delve deeper?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Okay. What's the saving throw on that, please?
It says DC 13, but I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be calculated off of.
Nat 20. And as you feel like almost like the spy glass getting jammed back into your eye, he looks over at you. Is this your lookout? My, she's a tall one. Come back to the table, lady.
You keep your eyes off of her.
I can't. Who could with that armor?
So at this point, Roscoe is like very mixed. I am thrilled and fucking pissed off.
Well, I can see you're a bit excited. Come have a drink. It's on me this time. Oh,
there's a giant keg that gets placed on the side of the table.
Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness.
And Aelgot like picks up the bag of gems, ties it to his belt, and then stabs a spigot into it and just hammers it in real quick. Just flowing.
Oh, if you're the captain I remember and not some witchcraft bag of bones,
I've looked better, yes.
then you won't let a drop go to waste. I just turn the spigot on.
I'll take a challenge if only you can keep up.
He dives under and begins drinking, and it's just a constant flow. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And you see some of it spilling out of his body, like through his clothes and things.
God.
Well,
Gee, that's
not saying you said I didn't waste it. Imbibing is the whole factor here. You and your wordplay.
I stick a cup under and catch it.
Do not drink that.
That'll be nice and right for you. Hey, while you have that drink, Jolene, will you please tell me, first mate, that I've had a changing of sorts. I'm no longer a complete pirate, because I can't be. There's not a whole lot of pirate anymore. But we're here for a reason.
You just need to diversify in regards to this.
I'm a this now.
First,
Oh, that's actually quite rude. You can't talk to
once removed.
my first mate.
Once removed.
Okay.
That would bother me if I didn't have my own ship for a while.
Well,
Now, see, you think there's no pirating done? Well, you haven't been sailing the sands.
the what?
The sands.
Sailing the sands now.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'll bite. What do you mean?
I gestured to like the few of the gems, all that Aelgot's counting at the table.
Actually, chime into your credit. Say, actually, Roscoe has set the sailing record for fastest sand sailing.
I just won the bloody race.
Impressive.
Gesture to the bear.
It's exactly this kind of innovation and grit in why we need you you, and from what I've heard from Little Bird.
You need me now. We were together.
I need all of you.
We were together for years, and you just don't die and just fuck off.
I'm frankly surprised that you're alive.
Are you dead?
No.
That seems kind of rude, Salvo.
Yeah, Salvo.
Salvo isn't known for her tact. Salvo is to the point. When you say no, do you mean no asterisk?
Yes, quite a bit, yes.
Yes, I mean no asterisk.
It wouldn't be the first time I've seen him run through and walk away from it.
We've all had our own
Now, as
brushes.
excited as I am to see you, Captain, because I've been searching all over for you, you sneaky bastard.
Oh, you sure have, staying on land in your sand sea, haven't ya?
Also, sand subterrane.
Oh, that's actually pretty fucking cool.
First person to pilot this captain of subterrane.
Subterrane?
As opposed to a submarine.
I thought that we were the innovators here.
Yeah, right?
I mean, mostly you.
Thank you. Thank you for the credit.
So part of me wants to
I'll
just...
take credit for that.
Alright, you can take credit for that one.
Okay, so she takes credit for mine and you take credit for his, yes.
But it's still first captain.
That is two empowered women at this table, I will tell you what.
But if you are back to find the second greatest captain on these shores, you must have a pretty good plan going.
Indeed.
Second greatest?
Second greatest. Second to me, of course.
I mean, he's the captain.
That was very humble of you, Roscoe. I would not have pegged you as the humble type.
Yeah,
I was very
actually
confused
didn't
when
expect
Roscoe
that.
said second.
Well, the 13th time I tried to mutiny and take over the ship, and it failed. I finally submitted.
You had to concede.
Yeah.
I think he's the greatest captain.
This is my first mate.
Hello, I'm SD4K.
And Trenton just like puts his arms gently around his back.
It's a good rock.
You hear from the moss like tickling your ear. Isn't he so sweet?
Yes.
He can speak to his moss.
The moss are thriving, by the way.
Lots of ale really helps the moss.
Just wait till you see his kombucha.
Well, you're indeed correct. I am calling all of ye to adventure. Wouldn't it be lovely to take back Port Ghilean from the throngs of the Jolene, help me, the swirly thing again. What is that?
Spiral.
Ah, yes, the spiralers.
Oh yeah, we already kicked their ass out of here. That might be where they went because we kind of kicked them out. So
Did we?
Right. Those are lofty and noble goals, if anything, but we'll have to talk about it. We kind of.
I don't know, man. Port Galleon was a seedy place of, debauchery and gold.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we're talking about Port Ghilean, so
It's a port. Galleons are the ones that parked outside. I'm pretty sure that's why they named it Port Galleon.
Oh,
that's not
Roscoe.
what they named it.
Ever half right.
How are you speaking? And moving.
How is your rock friend speaking and moving?
Magic.
Sure. Magic.
I didn't like that.
I think you hung up on the wrong part of this.
He poured ale through himself.
Listen. Let me get you hung up on the right part of this. Jolene,
Yes, sir.
would you like to introduce our new crew to the Ember Storm?
Absolutely.
Ah, gentlemen, ladies, rocks.
Who's your new crew?
You
That would be
hopefully,
y'all.
yes.
That's fine. My other crew is dead.
Oh,
Well, we're already assigned contractually to one organization, so we would have to draft up another.
I'm not taking a demotion. Just so you know,
Sure.
not gonna happen.
Co-first mates?
I actually like the idea of that, yes. That's like I have two hands, right? You know, you can't
How
have just
about
one
a
hand.
captain partnership?
We'll figure out the details momentarily. In the
Well,
meantime,
you're gonna have to deal with my lawyer on the details.
sure, to your shrewdness. You don't have to accept help or anything. I just do know that there's a storm brewing. Often
Bathrooms, right, that way.
No. That's already passed. It's already gone.
Oh,
The hell is an ember storm?
it's a ship.
Do you have a functioning GI tract?
As you ask, what is an ember storm? Like, there was a period of time where a lot of the thought process is being controlled of just refugees and of the like. The ship itself is now being highlighted, if it were. You see a beautiful, massive galleon of a ship. Just beautiful rose carved and intricately woven metals into wood. A large, looks like a combination of tiefling mermaid on the bow. But you see this not on water, in air.
How did I miss that coming in?
Oh, you're not quite out there yet.
I say that in future.
So we're literally seeing this outside?
You're seeing this in his mind.
Oh, I definitely... it's a minute. It's gone.
Oh, it's gone? Okay.
So thank you.
Okay.
Hey, go.
I was like...
Here, just to backtrack, that is what he was focusing his thoughts on.
On the
I mean, you
ship.
can see a ship.
And
taking
maybe,
off.
let's say that's why I asked, because I had started to see that lifting off and was like, what does that mean?
That I shan't take the thunder away from my first mate here. So, if you
I
would
don't
like-
know what it is. I don't know. How am I supposed to tell everybody?
That's okay, Roscoe. I meant my other first mate.
Oh, thank you. My legal counsel just reminded me.
Yes, I like her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do better than him, but this one to your left here, much better. Shall we?
Can you tell my
Johnny,
authority
show us the
issues?
Ember Storm. I want to see it.
Come this way, right outside.
When she says right outside, you guys walk out of the Dragon's Den, and after moving southward down the mountain a little bit, you got a keg with you? Okay.
I pay for it.
You see, like, slightly swaying a little bit, just a rope skewed from an alley nearby. And as you guys all train your sights up, there is a rope and ladder dangling hundreds of feet, hanging over the paling of Drakehaven.
How did I miss that all the way? There we go.
And
Right on time.
right on time. What is it? It's never late, nor is it early. With that,
Druid either.
break time.
Break time.
Break time. All right. Well, we're live. Hello. Thank you for watching Scales of Fate. We're going to take a quick 15-minute break or so. And, we'll be back.
It'll be 15.
See you in a sec.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 They could see us this whole time.
Yeah.
I know. I hate you guys.
Light speed.
And we're back. Welcome back to Scales of Fate, everybody. We had just conveyed with the group and this mysterious figure Amberai and his trusty first mate Jolene. And they were telling you about a different method of sailing, not dissimilar to the one that you were describing to him. Except this one was air. And as you train your eyes up this rope and ladder just dangling in this alleyway, there you just see the bottom side of a very large ship humming and thrumming above the paling.
Above the paling.
Outside of the paling.
I think I started to have too much. That boat's in the sky.
Don't worry, we see it too. We see it.
Trenton, that's ridiculous.
My anger's
Shit.
being replaced by that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to agree with this one. That's pretty cool.
That's
I forgot she was there.
No, that's okay. Please forget I'm here. That's my job.
Oh my god.
sticky fingers.
Sticky bomb.
Sticky bomb. Yeah, I like that. Sticky bomb.
Sticky bomb.
Oh, hi, I'm Mary.
Hello, little one.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
like
I'm
it.
Jolene.
I'm Jolene. I like your clothes. They're very nice.
Thank you.
Where'd you
I
get that?
hard.
You what?
I worked very hard on them.
Oh, you made them.
Answer her question. She's gonna steal from you.
I'm not. Don't say that. Rude. I would never.
You're my best friend, Harry, but you like to steal things.
I borrow them temporarily most of the time.
But you give them back to the wrong person. That person's a fence usually.
Like an actual fence, or like is someone I sell it to?
I'm not going to play these word games with you, Harry.
I'm just learning from your friend Roscoe here.
Other thief.
Who is
By that, would you guys like to see the ship?
We have to contact.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think I can.
You want us to leave the paling
Momentarily?
on some random ship?
Yeah, just check it out.
You guys climb up and down that rope every time?
Well, Jolene, tell them about the...
Yeah. It has a winch. It goes.
So you just have to hold on.
Yeah.
There's no...
Let's wait for him to get to the top.
what did you guys say?
I'll follow.
Nothing.
No, you're almost there, buddy. Anyway.
I actually.
All right, Jolene, I'm holding on. Activate the winch.
Which? I love it.
Good job, honey. Just keep holding on. You'll get there eventually.
It's working.
As this rope is ascending, Trenton, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, I haven't been rolling for that. I've been drinking like crazy.
This is like. Wow!
Thank you, Spider-Man. So I'm pretty sure I have 0 in oh no, +2, so 21.
Okay, there's a minor like stirring in your stomach, and you're like, yep, everything's fine, and just look up. And
I've eaten a lot of mushrooms in my time. I'm used to the nausea.
yeah, the nausea is home to you.
Means it's working.
Yeah. The rope ladder, as all of you are being winched up into it, one at a time, like you're getting pulled aboard by Jolene onto the actual deck. And here you stand, far below you over the edge, a massive sphere of shining, shimmering light that is the city of Drakehaven. Individuals walking about streets are nothing more than grains of sand rolling through a river of more people. And as you look around, this is a dazzling sight for many of you.
Look at that. Steep in the cups, right there. I can see it.
What's that? What?
My father's tea shop. You can see it from here.
Steep in the cups.
It's
haven't been. Can you
drink stuff that. Sorry. You drink stuff that has no alcohol in it.
It's a tea shop.
Oh, thank you.
my
That makes
father's-
much more sense.
It's
Yeah.
actually
My father's
pretty
tea shop.
tasty leaf water.
Leaf water.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Leaf water is delicious. I could use a cup of tea.
This is fine and everything. He's like half nervous that he's so high in the air and that he's outside of the paling. Great ship. How long are we staying up here?
Brian, you're looking more green than Jolene over here.
Yeah,
right over there, buddy.
Outside of the bubble is bad. I know we just came outside of the
To
bubble.
that end, how do you defend this ship in the sky?
I need to take a nap. Obviously here, you're not being held hostage. We'll lower you down at any point. Jolene, do you mind showing...
Go.
You see him like stumble off and open a very large door, slam it shut.
I'll like pull out like a flute and I'll start playing a little bit, and then a bubble appears around the ship.
Oh, that's lovely. What color is the bubble?
It is similar to a sea blue, but not quite.
That's quite a beautiful color. It looks a bit like the sky.
Did you just manifest a paling around the ship?
Maybe.
Is it localized to the ship or is it based around you?
Oh no.
Thank you, random voice.
Lugging the Spotify feed.
I realized that the music was on combat, and that's not the case right now. So I'm just okay. Here we go. Fixed it.
I manifested so it's localized more around me, but I can form it around the ship.
And
Slowly just unwhite knuckling.
yeah, does it function the same way a paling around a bastion city does, and that protects from dragon attacks?
Yes,
Only dragons?
a little bit more. We keep the birds out.
Smart.
That's
move.
handy. That makes me feel a lot better.
I'm glad.
I was worried about the birds. She answered that question before I even asked.
That handles the protection aspect, but what about the repellent aspect of getting in the dragon away?
Yeah, what kind of weapons does this ship have?
That is not my job to answer.
Oh, okay.
You'll find out in time.
Oh yeah, I was still looking at. As everyone's been looking at the city, I've been running around like a kid on Christmas, just like checking out the ship, like
From what you can tell, actually, give me a perception check real quick.
How does this particular paling fare against just the sheer weight of a dragon?
Well, you see, they mostly leave us alone when they see the paling. They tend to
They're lazy.
yeah. They
like
recognize they seem to recognize the same aspects of the bastion cities and leave us alone for the most part.
They've learned an
That's
aversion
incredible.
to it.
Evolution.
Smart.
That's incredible.
So, I don't mean to intrude or assume anything, but you and Amber don't seem like the most likely pairing of individuals. He seems the more associated with the more rambunctious rabble.
True.
Also, you seem to be alive.
Yes, you are very much alive.
Are any of us alive?
Yes.
Yes.
All of us.
I'm very alive.
I'm sometimes not sure.
My friends have told me I'm very alive too.
Right, most of us are alive. He is alive, asterisk.
Yeah, he looked like he about to go crawl into a coffin and close it to get some rest. I don't know what the hell that was.
Real quick, Roscoe, your perception check.
23.
Okay, so
ships.
So yeah, you do. This used to be an ocean sailing ship. Used to be. You're starting to notice now that there's been sails that have been erected off the edges to where they can catch different winds from below the ship, and as well as there's different winches that'll raise sails so that it can turn about faster in a 360 direction. Moreover, same type of weaponry that you would see like hanging over the edge. You see cannons off to the side and harpoons towards the bow and stuff. But you're also starting to see that a lot of the crew members on this ship seem to be like, there is no civilian on this ship. You're starting to notice. They had said more or less that this was a refugee ship. Your inference here from seeing these people is that these were the these were recruits from Port Ghilean, whether they be trade merchants, whether they be other pirates that are used to sailing ships and things. But the one thing that you notice the most curiously is that this paling around it, it seems to like dim over time, and then you see Jolene every once in a while like pipe up another tune and it resurfaces.
So, how long does it last? Like, do you go to sleep? What if you lose your flute?
It's not reliant on my flute.
Oh, that's just for show.
It's to channel.
They're saying like
Down there kind of pats his
Are you also the one making it fly?
No, not me.
Is there a person making it fly? Or is it part of the mechanism?
Roll me a history check.
Whew. 18.
With an 18, from what you remember, Amber Eye telling you, he had essentially hired many wizarding and magical sorcery types to imbue the ship with enchantments of flight. But because it has that, it is not being perpetually flown by any one individual, and it is flown by the person in control, which is Amber Eye, and with the 18, you know that he keeps a trinket in his pocket that essentially commands the flight.
It's magical, and not reliant on one person at all.
Oh, that's a relief.
Can you shoot through the paling outwards?
Yeah.
Are you a bird?
Can you shoot through the paling in Drakehaven?
She's got a point.
I don't know. I've never tried to shoot a cannon out of Drakehaven before.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Like, I'm on the ship. I want to shoot something outside the paling with the paling up. Does it stop things from going outwards?
Is the cannon not a bird?
We have gone outwards.
So it's only birds and dragons.
Yes.
JJ, have you ever shot anything out of the paling?
Can't say I've tried. I'm trying to think back.
We literally have been not only shot, but shit out of the paling.
Huh.
Maybe it was a velocity thing. I don't know.
I think the bullet goes faster or canning us faster than we were going through the toilet.
Exactly. Some things stop when it's high speed.
Yeah, Salva, go ahead and give me a history check.
Aether Rock had a paling.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check.
That is a 25 final answer.
Due to the fact that palings in magical design are made to prevent specifically dragons, therefore breath weapons, a certain level of energy must be attained before basically it can stop breath weapons. So a certain level of energy in velocity is prevented by palings. A cannonball, you would imagine, in mass and weight, shoots much more slowly than an electric dragon's breath, for example.
But like a super high power flamethrower, for example, might be stopped by it.
Or like magic missiles or something.
So are birds as strong as magical flame?
That was more of a safety measure.
Okay.
It's like, we want this to prevent dragons and their stuff and birds for safety.
Yeah.
But how is that achieved, and what else does that
The barriers are selective. You can choose what goes in and out.
Ward the birds, because honestly, if it smacks into
It's not that deep.
You guys are thinking about too
so
much.
it's like a big alarm. Birds are like,
Birds fly. Dragons fly. The ship may not know the difference.
There's actually just a plastic owl on top. It just goes every once in a while, like Hobby Lobby.
Yes. To answer your question, you can shoot
there's
the
big
cannon.
balls and all
That's
of
right. I
things.
didn't know.
Like
Anyway,
they have on telephone poles. Okay, that is way off topic.
where I was getting at with my line of questioning is that why are you following him around and what do you get out of it? Because you don't seem like the two to tango.
She kind of winces a little bit, and says, I couldn't stay in Ghilean.
Naturally.
I needed a way out. Here I am.
So you made a deal with the devil.
You make it seem like you escaped, not ran away, if that makes sense.
More or less.
Because my interpretation of this story was that it was completely, like, overrun by dragons, but you're making... Oh, I guess you did mention the spiral.
I mean, I know how I joined this crew originally, and it was out of necessity as well. So what trouble were you in?
Of my own making. Trouble of my own making.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's all of us.
Sounds about right.
Accidentally?
So you're just trying to take back the town that's your home, and he is a step in that direction, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
Okay.
Does it, the way that you make it sound, did it come with consequences?
Doesn't everything?
Well,
Yeah, but you can kind of choose.
I'll more directly ask, as fellow individuals who have been propositioned an alliance with Amber Eye, are we looking at consequences that might change the course of our lives and our goals?
It definitely changed my life, but it was awesome. But it was
But we
way
can
better
still-
than going back to jail.
I'd say change our course either way. Could be good, though.
Because we can still go there and do all the things that you need us to do. We just don't have to associate with this fellow.
Was he dead when you met him?
Yeah.
I guess the better question is, how the hell did that paling fall in the first place?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Can't you guys tell she's trying to be mysterious? You guys didn't question me like this when I joined your crew.
Yeah, we punched you.
Yeah, you guys were really mean.
You're an open book, pal.
Should I punch her?
Do not.
Okay.
No punching, no
Look, I'm just being
questions.
protective of my ex.
Yes.
I
Alright?
appreciate you, drunk man.
Yes. Where's the bathroom on this thing?
I point to the edge.
I saunter to the edge.
Four people point to the edge.
If I may,
Does pee pass through?
Yeah, I was gonna say notebook P.
I'm just trying to make an observation here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go for it, Stank.
Sketchy dead guy
Yeah.
Yes.
has flying ship.
Yeah.
Sketchy dead guy and first mate want help with fixing city problem.
Check.
Chromatic spiral
Check.
in city.
Yes.
And dragons.
Check.
I don't think this is too dissimilar from you not talking about your past, JJ. It makes sense that Trillian would be withdrawn with any sort of circumstances or memories. But I would like to say that if we join you and your crew, Miss Trillian, what is the intent? What is the goal? I know that liberating Port Ghilean is what you have said, but how? Flying over and just throwing rocks?
The chromatic spiral infiltrated Ghilean and took down the paling. We need to bring it back up.
Oh, I like that idea.
I mean, I was on board with the way Stack put it, dead guy flying shit. You got me.
Well, I'm glad. I guess we're a little more similar than you thought.
Yeah, I mean, if he made you first mate, you must be pretty badass, because I've seen him throw a lot of people off for way less.
You don't have to share your backstory with us. I'm just curious as to why Amber Eye. Like, we could just go there and do it ourselves. You're more than welcome to join us, but
Look,
Have you seen the flying ship?
the
I haven't seen it. It's
the dude's
terrible
shady.
idea.
Yeah, he might have some health issues, but he's always been shady, and he's always had a big payoff. He knows what he's doing.
Right, but payoff of what? You have more money than you could ever spend.
Oh, yeah, but there's certain things you just can't buy.
Like,
Friendship.
A flying ship.
Oh,
Everything has a price. You know that more than anybody.
he said.
Glory. You can't buy glory.
What is glory?
Yeah, why don't you go and tell us what glory
Doing something so bloody awesome that everyone's gonna talk about it for the next 100 years.
Like you're sand sailing.
yes.
Yes. And your eagle travels.
Eagles are quite glorious, yes.
Yes. And you're double tapping someone back to life.
I'm sorry,
comes
double
with-
tapping on. Excuse me?
He has a health gun.
Help.
He shoots you with bullets and you feel better.
Good to know. Thank you.
He's never shot you with a
It's
bullet.
pretty convoluted, but it works really well as the one who was brought back to life.
Okay.
Sir, it's a very simple process. It's not convoluted at all.
All I'm saying is I spent most of my life doing awesome things to have the most glory and adventure. And nothing comes close to this. I've gotten to maybe 80
you're not
years
answering
of
the
story,
question.
100 years of story. This could be 1,000 years of glory.
Yeah, but we don't need Ambereye to do that.
We have a much better chance. Like, I sail with the man. He's
What is your hang up with the ship?
It's in the sky. It's vulnerable. I'm just a ground person. I'm grounded. I like the ground.
Do you,
It's nice.
do you
It
remember?
doesn't move.
Do you remember the ground in Shades Valley?
That wasn't ground. That's like sand.
look. How many times have you almost been killed on the ground?
Ooh.
A lot. How many times have you almost been killed while you were in the air?
That logic is infallible.
Worst comes to worst, you even it up.
I've seen lots of people die in the air. They get scooped up and then they just
Two words. Two words. Portable paling.
Would you rather travel without one or with one? And diplomatic spiral forces have been coming.
Listen, you can say as many fancy words as you want. You're not changing my mind. This is a stupid idea.
Anti-dragon bubble.
Yeah.
All right, so I
Creepy skeleton man.
didn't want to bring this up,
Ulterior motives.
JJ.
Maybe not a man.
We deal with enough darkness and shadiness and as is. We don't-
Has a skeleton, is not a skeleton.
He's our best chance of defeating the
Jolene.
spiral.
I would like to just to put your mind at ease. JJ's like this everywhere we go. Anytime we leave, anything that he knows is familiar. So don't feel like this. What you've
Roscoe
done.
says he's the grandpa of the group.
He's kind of a grumpy old sod.
I hate to bring up the
I
pain.
will not just sit here and tolerate all this slander.
I hate to bring up the pain, but do you remember what the chromatic spiral stole from you and your friends?
No, I usually can't even remember what I ate for breakfast.
Remember your friend and his family?
Right. So that's more reason you're just convincing me I should just stay here.
No, I'm saying that for him, we should take the best advantageous approach to defeat the spiral once and for all.
Right, but we can do that ourselves.
Can we?
We've been damn sure trying.
Yeah, we've been trying, and now we've got a bloody flying ship that shoots cannon with
Listen,
a
I don't want to get
dragon
between
force
you and
field.
your daddy issues with your captain. You are more than welcome to join him. You are a grown, small, adult man that can make his own
All right,
decisions.
how do you make it personal?
It's been personal for you the whole time.
Chill.
Do you want to free another city from the spiral?
I'm more than game. I'm just concerned about the methods of execution.
Is it the falling?
I don't care. You keep bringing up the ship. The ship is fine. I'm just concerned about what it comes, the cost that it comes with, because we don't have that information. I like to go with what we know.
I mean, he has known the skeleton.
He knew him when he was alive,
He seems to still know him.
so you admit he's a skeleton man.
I said skeleton.
You just said it.
I said skeleton. I did
Yeah.
that. That was a faux pas.
I don't care what you call it.
He is not alive,
Correct.
but he is not dead.
There's a lot of undead things in existence.
Nice ones?
If you want to go study them, you're more than welcome to go.
Well, I do very much.
Everybody give me a perception check, please.
You've got to perceive.
11. Roscoe got an 11.
13.
20.
Dirty 20.
Same.
2 dirty 20s.
I can't find it.
13 for Salvo.
Oh, should I roll a disadvantage for being so drunk?
19.
No, you passed your
Yeah,
save.
that's your con save.
19.
19.
Kind of like giving myself handicaps.
22.
Okay. In order of how a few seconds play out, Thauner, fed up with some of the arguing that's happening, walks off towards the starboard bow. And within a fold of cascading clouds moving across the landscape, you see a shadow. Trenton, you turn instinctively, watching Thauner walk away. This in turn makes Jolie follow your gaze. And as JJ, who looks over to the three of you to continue this plight, now sees it too. Emerging and erupting from the edge of this cloud, jaws already askew and glowing with a dark, convulsing energy, black wings flared out.
Do you see that? I saw it first.
This is the Sun Eater.
And it mattered.
Everybody, roll initiative.
Oh, no, we don't do that.
Yeah, I want to test out these cannons.
Initiative.
Yes. This is the Sun Eater, and with a 22, you notice that there are more shadows also beginning to erupt from the clouds.
Got to prove to JJ how badass this ship is.
14. Oh, sorry.
Hold on just a sec.
I rolled a 1.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, it comes out to a 2. It's a great time to roll a 1.
Sweet. Yeah, that's true. Get it out of the way.
The volume, just 1 or 2. Yeah. All right, so 20 to 25, anybody?
Please forgive me.
21.
Nice.
Should be able to.
Okay.
I know.
So 20 to 25, anybody else? I rolled stack.
The big fat
The
zero.
big fat zero. God.
That's why. I do see zero.
I don't know.
All right, 15 to 20.
17.
No. Wait, 15. Yeah, on the dot.
Nice.
I thought that was a 1. It's a 2. It's a shiny die.
Thauner, 15. All right, 10 to 15.
14.
Oh, no.
10 to 15, anybody else? No? Okay, I think we got.
Did you get mine?
What was yours?
17.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right before me.
Okay. Salvo, what'd you get?
2.
Okay. Stack got a 6.
You guys need to clean up the ship, so I would just tripped on some rope.
I think more specifically, like, from where you guys were all looking, Salvo had her back completely turned to it.
Salvo
I thought he was going to.
had to use the restroom, which
Went to
took
range.
extra time.
We just didn't call this one yet.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
9. I'm so sorry.
No, you just didn't get to.
Yeah.
Or you did 10 to 15 and then called individually. So no worries.
Trenton got a 9.
Great thing is now the dragons don't have height advantage.
Unless they fly over you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they can fly now, we can fly. Whoop-de-doo.
I can fly.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Crap. I am low on spell slots.
Can you gravity a dragon?
I'm almost done compiling. The first up in initiative is Jolene.
Alright. I am going to immediately, hold on, let me double check this. Misty step to, towards the, like, captain's wheel.
The go wheel.
Yes, the go wheel. And try to get us as far away out of here as I can.
Okay. Sorry, one more thing real quick for this initiative. Okay. Go ahead and give me a vehicle. So you're flying. You misty step up to the captain's helm, trying to pilot it out as far away from the creature as possible. Go ahead and give me a vehicle handling check. I believe that's a skill check. I don't know the associated stat. I'd say either intellect or wisdom. Actually, no, dex. What am I talking about? So give me a dex check with your modifier and proficiency added.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay.
And that's the noise it made.
Yeah, Roscoe, you just see Jolene displaces herself and immediately is spinning this wheel up in the sky and pulling a couple cranks, so you see flares of mass pop out, turning nearly about face and actually picking up a little bit of speed. You guys have gained some distance away from the Sun Eater. I didn't previously describe it from before. Originally about 200 feet out, now about 300 feet out.
Nice. Okay.
That was actually pretty impressive.
Was the handling of the ship my action?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just double checking.
Okay. So from here, it is the Sun Eater's turn. He's not close enough. He's going to take a dash action. Okay, so you just see him flap his wings even harder and pick up speed, taking some updrafts of wind. He's still charging this large blast from his throat, now about 60 feet away from you guys.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's a lot fewer feet.
240 has 120 flying speed. Sweet cheese and crackers.
Right where I want him.
Within 60 feet of the ship. Next up is Roscoe.
I go down below. I'm assuming all the cans are loaded.
You could assume correctly.
How many can I set off if I sprint by him and set them, try and set them all off in a row?
Give me an acrobatics check.
I'm sure 60 feet is close enough.
I would argue as many attacks as you
Are
can
the
make.
cannons pointed at the dragon, though?
It's probably coming up on our side. I don't know.
Oh.
He's trying to set off all the cannons. He wasn't trying to say...
On one side. I'm not going to shoot both sides at once. I'm assuming it's more on one side.
You're trying to shoot the side that the Sun Eater was on.
Yes.
Right. There are 3 cannons on that side.
3 cannons.
There's an acrobatics check for me,
All
please.
the cannons.
14.
14. You were able to set off 2 of them.
2 out of 3, okay.
Now, go ahead and give me 2 attacks with disadvantage. You're only going to add your proficiency modifier to this.
Okay. Oh, attacks of...
Dex based, right?
Yep.
Okay. But like, am I rolling to hit?
Roll and hit.
Dex plus
Yes.
dexterity.
But he said just your
Yeah, I think
proficiency
it's
bonus.
But just my proficiency.
Yeah,
plus the die.
yeah. So it's a dex-based attack, but in this case, because the dex-based being acrobatics, you're only going to add your proficiency to the die roll.
Got it. Nice.
Artificial 20.
Okay, dirty 20 will hit. So do the second one.
6.
Okay, so that one misses. One of the cannonballs flies out. Go ahead and roll 2d10 for me. It smacks into the side of part of the shoulder of the Sun Eater. The other one just goes wide.
4.
Okay. You hear like a dull thud as it kind of just hops up off of his shoulder and flies to the ground.
Glancing blow.
Bonus action to use?
Can I reload cannons?
Yeah, that's exactly. You can reload 1 cannon. Yes.
Okay. Reload 1 cannon.
Okay. Okay, so from there, it is Thalner. Still on the deck of the ship, seeing a dragon, and now as time is like minusculely proceeded forward, there are 2 smaller black dragons emerging from the clouds.
I had an original idea, and then I had another idea. It's not fully thought out, so maybe I'll save that. You said there's 2 smaller black dragons emerging from the clouds. I'm gonna hedge my bets and cast Dissonant Whispers on one of the smaller dragons, the closest one to us.
The smaller ones haven't taken their turn yet. So if you'd like, you can hold your turn to wait for them to get close enough. I think
okay.
Dissonant Whispers has a range of 60 feet.
It is 60. I was assuming they were...
The Sun Eater...
The Sun Eater.
The Sun Eater is within 60 feet.
Yes.
If you want to
I
try
was
that.
kind of assuming they were, like, flanking, but they're further back?
Yeah, they're not as fast as he is.
Okay.
What does Dissonant Whispers do? Could you cast it on the big guy?
I can. It's just not likely to succeed. My other thought was I was trying to figure out range for detect thoughts, but it says self. And then there's a second portion of detect the presence of a creature that you can't see, but it doesn't say anything about it has to be. Oh wait, creature within 30 feet. Okay, so that's out. Dissonant Whispers on the Sun Eater.
Okay.
This is not gonna work.
Classic ear melter.
What
Wisdom.
is wisdom? What's the DC?
Roll first.
No.
Fine, 16.
Wisdom 16? Okay, that is a fail. He's going to use legendary resistance to pass it.
Yeah, I'm sure. That would be so lame.
So he uses one of his. You see him for a moment flying forward. The cannonball just kind of like, what's up?
What Thalner because typically when Thalner uses Dissonant Whispers against a humanoid creature, the sound that he channels into this creature's mind is the sound of dragons screeching. Mm-hmm. But the sound that he pushes through is the sound of people cheering.
I like
War
that.
chants and rallied voices, just forcing this through into this creature that he sees approaching the ship that we're on.
Love that.
And as the cannonball just kind of like glances off of his shoulder, you see for a moment that like part of his back arches as his tail swoops forward, and he catches some wind almost to stop, and shakes his head and keeps spilling forward.
He still takes damage though.
Yeah.
Half. 3d6 half. It's not much.
It's something.
Could be.
I'm missing d6.
Technically, it's more than the cannonball.
Someone has it.
Also true.
At worst.
Okay, I have a whole pocket of them.
Well, no, I mean, I got 4. It'd be 3.
At best, it's not as good as the cannonball. On average, it's worse.
So 13 half.
Yeah.
Is that 6?
Yes.
Not 7?
Does not round up.
Rip.
6 points of psychic damage. Whoopie Kobe.
They're hollow. I love those.
And they have dragons on them.
Nice. Alrighty, so Thalner, bonus action. I gave her those dice. They make jingly sounds when you clink them together.
Yeah, I bet.
So cute. Beautiful.
Hefty.
Yeah, they don't roll much. They're like, wonk, go. Really cool though.
As a bonus action, seeing the Sun Eater react in such a way, I'm gonna turn to JJ and shout, "It's still only just a creature."
3 of them.
And cast Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic
I give you. Wait, I have to give you one of my dice. No, it has a dragon on it. No, they're bad luck. I haven't used them this entire campaign.
This is
I have
really,
dragons on them.
this is really interesting how the initiative order is going thematically. After Thalner is JJ.
Okay. Readying my gun. I'm like, Is the crew still on board?
Yeah, there's crew that's basically only focusing on making sure that the mechanical operations of the ship are functioning properly.
So I'm basically gonna say, well, if you don't need to be up here, get to cover, get to safety, stack, make sure that people are safe. We are not fighting or outrunning this thing probably, so I don't know what your plans are, but keep fighting, and then bang, bang, bang.
Okay. Bang, 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 bang.
I like how you're like just climbing onto this boat. It's like you did get down there.
Of course I do.
So I'm going to bonus action, use my feet to ready my aim,
Nice.
and that gives me advantage on my next attacks. So let's do attack number 1. Cool. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. Ooh, nice. For 16 damage.
Nice. And that's magical still, Salvo?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, unless he loaded a bullet in it.
Which he could do freely as a free action as a gunslinger.
I could.
God, I would use bullets in a gun.
That's dumb.
That's silly. Second is another dirty 20 to hit.
Unless
Yeah.
it's a healing bullet.
Right.
True.
Bullets are different.
Yep, both hit.
Okay. So that's a total of 31 damage.
Oh my god.
With like an invigorated sense of focus, his muscles and his body only moving to stay on target. You see JJ lining up his shots, and each one basically creating scars of matte black within the shiny black of the scales of this creature's eye.
Rad.
No, 16 and 15 to be clear. I didn't know if it was...
You're good.
Okay.
Okay, so from there, the smaller dragons, 2 of them emerge out of the clouds and begin also trying to catch up with you guys. Like, the Jolene's maneuver was very much far too fast for these. They still get about math. Hello, math.
They were 300.
They were 300. They're still about like 180 feet out. Okay, Trenton, you're up.
In my drunken stupor,
Oh no.
I'm going to do my best to help.
Turtle.
Say turtle.
I'm going to try and cast heat metal on whatever container is holding the cannonballs.
Okay.
To create like hot flaming metal cannonballs.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that, I mean, it says I can choose a manufactured metal object, such as metal weapon or suit of heavy armor, blah, 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 I can have in range. And then that any creature in physical contact with that object takes 2d8 fire damage.
By physical container holding cannonballs, do you mean the cannons?
Well, I don't know if I'd be able to like run to each one and cast at a separate time, which is why I'm thinking if there's like a pile of cannonballs or if there's a crate of cannonballs. All right, maybe if what I should first say is, can I find some cannonballs? Are there cannonballs in?
There are many brass monkeys full of cannonballs.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So I cast heat metal on these cannonballs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you cast heat metal and suddenly these cannonballs are glowing with a white hot flame.
Roscoe, be careful reloading, but these fuckers will hurt.
I wish I had some of that tea.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's your action.
And then my bonus action was yelling to Roscoe about
Sure, yeah.
Is that way he's
Sure.
careful?
Got it. Stack's turn. He's going to spend his turn slowly ushering people down to the below deck. And Ari, working on the same initiative, basically followed you downstairs. Was just like, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? I I can't steal the sky. She spends her turn panicking.
Explosive stickies?
Right! No! That's it! Pulls a bomb out of her pocket and loads it up in the cannon like, let's go!
Yeah, there's one cannon that was unloaded.
She's gonna go ahead and try to fire it.
Yes. Stinky bomb cannon.
It's not a crit. It's a fucking 19 on the dice.
I thought it was going to go the other way.
I'm playing both sides right now. Okay.
He always wins.
I win the most when you guys win. I'm just like, so roll the 19 on the die. That's going to hit the Sun Eater.
Yes.
I didn't think about explosive, so I'm just going to use my wooden dice plus the 2d10.
Nice.
And the damage die.
It blew up a whole tunnel.
I will say that the explosive dice are going to blow up that cannon, and that cannon will be rendered useless. And Roscoe, Ari, and Trenton are going to take half of that damage.
Is there a save or something?
Offended.
Take it. Yeah, go ahead and give me a dex save. Go ahead and give me a dex save. Ari's a rogue, so passes it.
So the 19 to hit was to hit us?
To hit the dragon.
Okay.
You're just making a dex save to not take explosive
I
damage.
took explosive damage.
You're going to take the explosive damage. It was a 9 plus what's your dex save?
0.
Okay, yeah, no, you're going to take the explosive damage.
Is it everybody on the ship?
No, it's no. But this actually might affect ship integrity, but it is in bullet time, so we don't know.
So I got a dirty 20. But I also have evasion. So if I succeed, I take no damage.
Yeah, so you and Ari both are like, we've seen this before.
I'm just like, oh no!
They preemptively got to cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannonballs.
Yeah.
That is 31 points of damage to the Sun Eater. 8 of it bludgeoning, and the 23 rest, because it's 5, 6, 10, 23. Yeah. 23 points of fire damage to the Sun Eater, and then failing 23 points of fire damage. RA and you take none. This explosive bomb just shoots a nearly dragon breath in manner explosion. Just as parts of it flare off and continue to explode, it collides with its chest as it was rearing back from Thalner's dissonant whispers, and it just sends it into like almost a spiraling tizzy that it has to rapidly flap its wings up and screeches back into the air to swing back towards you guys.
So did it explode?
That was awesome!
Did it explode after the paling?
What's that?
Did it explode after?
It exploded after the paling.
Okay, I was like, because you're like dragon's breath, like I'm like.
So from a fair standpoint of accrediting the person who is making the paling, you would assume that the paling is for the contents of the ship and not for anything trying to fly rapidly out of it.
Perfect.
Then
Yes.
how did Trenton take damage?
Because Trenton's inside of the ship. And the explosion destroyed the cannon, which sent flare back. The explosion damage was going to be half.
So the explosion damage from the cannon itself, not the bomb cannon ball.
Yes.
Okay.
So had Trenton saved on the explosion damage, he would have taken half, a quarter of the explosion damage. You should have taken actually half. Sorry, I did mention that when I did blow that
I was
out.
gonna say like so 12 to you.
It should have been 12. My apologies. But yes, that cannon is rightly exploded.
That's worth it.
Okay, Salvo, you're up.
All right.
With Jolene on deck.
I am generating my cannon in force ballista mode and firing it at the Sun Eater.
Okay. Do you count it in your roller or out of the roller?
I mean, you usually always put it in the thing.
You put it in.
What happens
the
when it rolls
roller.
out of it? You do.
It doesn't.
Oh, what?
Typically.
That's the first time ever? That's your first time?
I threw it
Yeah, you threw it out of the
like a
roller.
bad boy.
Oh, I should have taken
Should have taken it. Should have taken it.
It's too late. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't done this in a while. Your honesty is granted inspiration. but you can't use it for this roll.
Oh.
And also, I won't be granting inspiration other than nat 20s for the future.
That's right.
You deserved inspiration so bad. You can't roll the 20s.
I just want to give you inspiration so bad.
All right. Yeah. So that happened. Rolled a 1.
Okay. And you were using your cannon. I think
It was to make the cannon.
I made the cannon, then I activated the cannon.
Damn it.
Give me a dex save.
We just have cannons exploding all over the place.
Natural 20.
What? And I just gave you inspiration.
Well, I earned it.
Feel bad.
I earned it.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Okay. All right. You take no damage, but you're going to have to spend a turn mechanically repairing your cannon.
It doesn't. That doesn't. How? That it's magical.
I know it's thematically in this circumstance like this. Cannon itself rolled the nat 1. There's just a faulty gear. There's a faulty gear, and you're going to have to put it back into place.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say bonus action. How about that?
Something has to have a gussier one.
Sure. Yeah. No, that'll work.
Okay.
Or just action because it's a bonus action activated anyway. So that's fine.
Yeah. So you have to reactivate it.
Yep. Works for me.
Okay. All right. Jolene's up.
Did you want to do anything else with your turn?
Action, bonus action. Man, I'm good.
Movement would be the only thing.
I mean, where I am on top is fine.
Okay.
I don't need a cannon. I have my own.
Okay.
I think I know the answer to this question, but does the ship count as a creature?
Nope.
Okay. Had to ask. Does not hurt to ask. I'm going to spend my action re-summoning the paling.
Okay. You would notice towards the beginning of Jolene's turn that the vibrant shell-like paling around the ship was waning, and you see her as she's still moving the ship around and pulling some more levers, kind of whistling another tune, and the paling gets back in size.
And then my bardic inspiration, I'm going to say, I don't know what you guys did to anger this thing, but you better do it fast. Do something fast.
Do something fast.
They keep angering it.
Yes. Who are you inspiring?
I will inspire Salvo.
Okay.
Salvo is the one that I can see.
It's the Sun Eater's turn.
Can you give me one of your d6s so I can remember? Thank you.
Oh wait, it's a D8.
So he takes his turn flying up, trying to get above the ship, in which it is rapidly outpacing the ship at this time. Explodes his draconic breath, and like rain on a umbrella just spills off the side, acid just tumbling to the ground, smoke rising from above it. Angered, takes the rest of his movement speed trying to slam the ship from above.
Oh boy.
He's going to go ahead and get an athletics check in, which was very bad.
Good.
Very bad.
Because he's upset.
Yeah, slams into the ship, and more or less, like you can see that the claws of his wings are, like his actual physical claws are attached to the top of his wings, and he's trying to dig into it and bite down into the paling. And as he turns his head, he looks directly at you.
Hi.
And his eyes narrow. Roscoe, you're up.
What's up with the... He's on top. What about the two little ones?
They're still flying at you guys.
Like, are they within cannon distance?
You know that they are.
Are they on the side with the one exploded one, or on the other side?
They're on the side with the one exploded one.
Alright, I'm gonna try and set off the other two cannons that are loaded with not yet hot cannonballs.
Okay.
How are we going about this? We're doing athletics to set them off?
So you can fire one at a regular shot, but if you're going to try to fire both of them, give me an athletics check, and then on success, they'll both be at disadvantage.
Isn't only one of those reloaded?
Two of them are reloaded.
Because there's three, I only fired two and
Yes.
reloaded one.
And then,
there's two
and then
loaded.
one of them was exploded.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I get two attacks. Can I just fire them separately?
You personally, Roscoe, get 2 punches. These are mechanical objects.
No, I have 2 attacks per action, and then I get a free punch.
Certainly. The distance of these cannons and the fact of like how the whisk itself burns over the 6 seconds of time that you're playing, the acrobatics I've been allowing because basically you get to one to the other very quickly.
It's alright. I'm fine with that. Sorry, I'm going to cut you short. I'm trying to find a way to not get disadvantage on to roll the hits.
Then you would fire 1 cannon.
You name it.
What if I know I can't use a breath weapon outside, but what if I use a breath weapon inside to set them both off?
Then I would allow it for both to be like you're using a fire breath to light both of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
No, that's awesome. What are the limitations in your fire breath? Like how many times can you use it?
3 per long rest.
Okay, then yeah, you can fire both and not at disadvantage.
When I have no uses, I can use 2 key points to use it to 2 key points from then on.
Okay, what I will say though, it does take a bonus action to reload these. So you will fire 2 without them being at disadvantage if you do like the firebender like breath weapon attack. But you will only be able to load 1.
Okay.
If you use the bonus action to do so.
Okay.
Okay. That's the plan?
And if I wasn't using the breath weapon, could I try and load more than 1?
So there's 1 destroyed, 2 that are already loaded. Your bonus action reloads it.
Yeah. But only 1. And that's not a special circumstance, that's just normal.
Yes.
That's all I'm trying to
That's just normal
for the
case.
future.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh man, that's such a cool.
Alright, so now it's just straight roll plus my proficiency. That's a miss.
You gonna lucky that?
I'm thinking about it. Unfortunately, I think I only have 1 lucky left because I think I used 2 luckies when I was trying to convince them that I was winning the race.
Oh no!
Because that's
I
important.
haven't had a long rest in a minute. I'm already low from the bullywug fight, so this sucks.
Can I roll my second one to see if I want to lucky the first one?
What?
That's not how that works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the lucky. No,
Okay.
no, I'm gonna save it lucky for if I have a heat cannonball. All right, so no, I'll take a miss.
There you go. That's better.
That's a 15.
Okay. First one fails. Like the flame basically goes straight past the wick, keeps burning past the now embering cannonballs, lights the second one, just kind of wafting the rest of that fire to the second one. Go ahead and roll the hit.
So this first one didn't actually fire, so it's still loaded.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I thought that was my roll to hit.
Your first one missed.
The breath weapon just...
Yeah, we're talking about the cannon. Yes, okay. The way that I had saw it, we're good. No, the second one does hit. Wait.
So they both fire.
Was it a 15?
A 15. This was my to hits because the breath weapon just happens, and they're not going to make a DC.
Right. Okay.
So they would both fire. One got a 7 to hit, and one got a 15
And
to hit.
to hit for a cannon is just your proficiency, right?
Yeah. Okay. So both cannons are fired. They're both empty. The second one basically just glances off one of the smaller dragon scales. It takes the brunt of the hit, spirals, and keeps moving forward.
Does that mean that's no damage? Mm-hmm. Okay. I then use a bonus action to try and reload a cannon with a hot cannonball after dipping my hand in my cask. I got. Well, it's beer. It's beer.
Oh, okay.
It's beer.
What is the damage on the heat metal? 2d8.
It's
heat
bad.
Metal.
What level did you
Can I
cast
know
it
that
at?
before I
Just
make
the
my choice?
second
No, you made your choice.
Okay.
2d8.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot my idea. Is it too late?
What's your idea?
I was gonna ask Stack to load the cannons.
He hasn't made it down here yet. He's very slow.
He said he was down.
He was on the way, but he's very slow.
He's ushering.
You take 7 points of fire damage.
Oh yeah.
You take 7 points of fire damage, and you load the cannon with a hot. You load one cannon with a hot cannonball.
I'll take that all day.
Okay, so
We'll test that.
with that being said, Downer, it's your turn.
How far is the dragon from us?
The Sun Eater is literally right above you. Mm-hmm. And the two smaller dragons are 180 feet away.
That's punchy.
What is literally in feet?
What?
Literally right above us. How many feet?
How long's the ship? Yeah.
Less than 15, like 10, 15
like
feet.
10?
Like 10
Like
feet,
10?
sure, yep. It's not a boat. This dragon, paling, covers up important vital parts of ship, so therefore it's like egg shape.
Okay.
It's on top of the front of the ship.
Gotcha.
So even if you only needed 10 feet, you could run to the front and be basically at its groin area.
How big is this dragon?
Massive.
How big is the ship?
The ship is about 80 foot from stern to bow. The dragon itself is that size, if not bigger.
But like 10 feet?
Yes.
10 feet, yes.
I'm 10 feet from the
You
dragon.
can get 10 feet.
I can get
If you have a thing you want to do, yes.
Tell us what you want to do.
I'd like to get within 10 feet
You are now in 10 feet.
of this dragon and shout at it.
Bad
Basically, Thalner, he feels this weird sort of confidence at the fact that his dissonant whispers had an effect on such like a massive beast. So he gets as close as he possibly can and just chest out shouts at it like, "You think you can control us because you're so big, but you have no idea the power that you toy with."
Ooh.
And casts Draconic Cry.
And that is a save? Or no, it's just a thing.
All of my allies, which it does not specify distance for my allies, it's just if I am within 10 feet, all of my allies have advantage on attack against that enemy, against the enemies that could hear you.
So therefore your allies would need to hear you, but all of them can.
No, you let out a cry against enemies within 10 feet. Yeah. So anything within 10 feet of me. I don't know how far the smaller dragon.
Magic.
Yeah. So all allies, regardless of where they are, have advantage. Basically, he's scared.
Okay. Yeah. So all allies have advantage on attacking him.
That verbiage.
Yeah.
That's
so
what happens.
as you shout that out, like almost like a spider in rotation, like moves his body around, and now his snout is within like that same 10 feet from you, and you hear like this. I've heard about you.
Oh.
And it is now JJ's turn.
Oh god. So like the dragon. Okay.
Real quick, it also doesn't have like a time limit on that effect. I would just like to pause it. That's just permanent.
It's not permanent forever.
Probably not. But
it's not permanent forever.
It doesn't say
in this fight. We're good.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify.
But it's not one attack. It's all
allies have advantage on attacks against that
this
enemy.
creature for this fight.
For this fight.
That's broken.
According to the DM. It could be forever. But
I mean, okay, now that you're saying according to DM, I'll look it up. What are you doing, JJ?
Gun. Use gun.
I'm using gun. Don't worry, it's the one thing I got.
Not healing bullets.
Oh, I lied.
Until the end of your next turn.
We all read that at the exact same time.
I didn't read it at all, but this is your ability, honey. Okay. So until the end of your next turn.
It puts that at the beginning, okay? I was looking at the end for the when does this end?
Yes.
Guns.
No, that's forever.
Guns.
So
with
yeah.
advantage. Guns.
With advantage.
Yeah, the paling like drops and then pops back up as soon as the acid weapon comes, and I'm just like, oh god, please keep that up. Yeah, okay. And then that's not advantage, but that's okay. It's a crit though.
Take the crit.
Yeah, it's a crit though. I take the crit.
He takes the crit.
And would you say that the oh my god,
Is the dragon made of meat?
Please work.
This gunslinger crit's about to be off the friggin' chain. Yeah.
Would you say that the creature targeted me with an attack or spell since?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I get to add an extra damage die. So
a breath weapon is an attack or a spell.
Double it.
Okay. So I normally roll 1d10. That's this one, right?
Nope, that's D. Yep. Weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's one under the 12. Yep. And so I get. Oh shoot! I'm not prepared for critting.
Do you want physical dice?
That's your whole class.
I just don't know how many. I get one because he
One
attacked
from that.
me, and then I think I just get one more from the.
So then your gun dice, and then an extra one from critting, and then an extra one from critting because gunslinger. Right? We're using.
I was also thinking 3.
We're using a non D&D 5th edition gunslinger class.
Okay, we'll just do that as okay. So I get one for my regular attack, one for because he attacked me, one because I crit, and then my regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just roll that. Sorry, everybody. It's 23 plus 6 is 29.
On the first shot.
I want you to tell me, describe this shot for me. This is an important kind of feeling for JJ here, and more or less, its solar plexus is right above your head, while its neck is craning over to look at Thauner, and you hear it say out loud, "I've heard of you."
My next hit was also a crit, by the way. But
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Okay. Oh man. I can't say that because that would have been really bad. I was about to call it a bastard of ill repute, but
JJ thinks that. No, I can't do that.
yeah, I can't do that. Hey, eyes over here, buddy.
This shot basically gets right underneath its sternum and rips upward. You can see like part of its sternum like cracking outwards. And there's just this ungodly bellowing roar that I shan't repeat on actual audio. And as it like pulls its wing in and recoils and like basically backs its leg up looking straight down at you, eyes are over here.
Eyes are over here. Cool.
And then he crits.
So these cannons suck.
Gunslingers, man.
You guys haven't
That's
aimed
great.
one. You've just been running around lighting things on fire and then grabbing hot cannonballs
We don't aim too well. You're supposed to aim the ship.
with beer hands. This'll work! Burning hot.
You haven't proven it didn't work.
Listen, other people can be cool too, okay?
I'm not saying he should have gotten an awesome shot. I want him to do this awesome all the time. I'm talking negatively about the cannons.
Cannons are not magically imbued by artificers at this current point in time.
I already have a plan for that. Don't worry.
His plan. Hey, Salvo,
Can you make this?
Out of my head.
Please, hello.
Did you do it?
We're all gonna go
Yeah.
to sleep and make all the cannons.
Second attack, 26 damage. 25 damage.
25 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one was 33 plus 25, 58.
Wait. No, the first one was 20. Wait.
Plus 6.
First one was 29.
Plus 6.
Okay.
It was 23 plus 6 and then 19 plus 6. So it's a 29.
25 plus 25, math, 54?
You got another crit on the second one?
Yes.
Okay. 54 points of damage. I'll go ahead and say from that, it uses its legendary reaction to essentially screech in such an unholy manner that everyone here needs to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shoot.
Get legendary actions as a whole.
Is this against being frightened?
Yes, it is actually.
Spider-Man dice.
Is that cocked? How do you test a cocked die?
Which one did you roll?
Oh, that one?
I rolled 19 twice.
That's not cocked.
It's like a little cocked.
You just moved it.
That's what you want.
It is
I know.
slightly. It is
But it's slightly.
It is slightly.
My tabletop rule was always, you know it's cocked if you place another die on top and it slides off.
But that's a metal one, so it's got more
Okay,
grip.
slide off.
It's got more grip on the metal
It
one.
slid off. It slid off anyways.
Oh!
You did what I did. Worse, bad.
Got a wood.
Ooh, no. I thought my roll was bad.
I got a wood.
Around
Yep.
one team?
Inspiration for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
No, I thought we were going to touch ones.
No, let's give you inspiration.
Oh, wait, what did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
Not a one.
okay.
And I have
A
advantage.
very not one.
I'll take the inspiration.
Yeah, I rolled the same thing twice. I'm
I
good.
rolled the same thing twice.
All right, so
So wait, I get to reroll that,
Yes.
right?
I give you my inspiration.
you reroll.
Now you roll 20.
You got it back.
I got it back! Thank you.
What'd you get back?
18.
My 18 on the die.
Okay, so this is a wisdom saving throw. Who failed a 19?
Oh.
Wisdom? I meet it.
Meets it, beats it.
Pizza.
Trenton. Why? Trenton, Jolie, and JJ. You guys are frightened now.
Not this time, Sun Eater.
This screech, more importantly, this screech for JJ has been haunting your dreams, and every single time you pick up a half-melted body and drag it across the mud, and every single time you see the decaying faces of your friends and your allies, this screech is bringing all of those back in quick succession. And you guys are frightened. The frightened condition, and does anyone need to be updated on that?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm scarred.
Scored. Okay. Great job, JJ. Excellent shooting. Small dragons' turns. Even with their movement speed, they only get 60 feet away, and they start charging up some breaths. However, they hear the screeching of this dragon and seem to take a different demeanor in their flight pattern. Trenton, you're up.
So, being frightened, I can't take any action that would move me towards or attack against.
You can attack against with disadvantage.
Right.
But if it's not to hit, it doesn't really matter.
Fair.
True.
You just can't get closer.
Let's see. How are you looking on health-wise? How does your...
I've lost 7 points from burning my hand.
Just from the thing I
that's
did.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry I did that!
Aries looking good, I guess. They're the only people I can...
You don't see her down here.
Area's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, like, she had dodged out of the way of this cannon, you don't see her. And that's not dissimilar to how you know her.
Yeah.
When the going gets tough, she leaves.
I would say that the Hexers, like, their motto was like, if you don't see her, she's fine.
Okay. I'm going to... Hidden Step. I can magically turn invisible 3 times per long rest. It lasts until my next turn or until I attack. So out of fear and having been exploded by the cannonballs, I am going to do what Trent
Come here.
and I'm gone. And I'm just going to disappear.
Now, is Hidden Step invisibility or it's a class feature?
It says you can magically turn invisible. It is not invisibility, the spell.
Cool.
So actually, it says as a bonus action I can do that, but I don't really know what I would do for my action. Ooh.
I would say that because it's not invisibility the spell, your concentration on heat metal is still active. Yeah.
Right.
So heat metal is still active, you go invisible.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say since I have an action, I'm gonna cast a spell. But good, thank you for the reminder.
You can cast spells that are not concentration, and they won't interrupt
Ball
concentration.
of the Summer Court is Fey Energy Pool as a bonus action also. So I've already used my bonus action.
Okay.
Can I use an action to do a bonus action?
No.
Then I turn invisible. That's what I do.
Okie dokie. Pathfinder actually does that. There's no bonus actions. There's 3 actions. Yeah. Okay. Trenton goes invisible. Stack's turn. He's made it downstairs. I think I've rescued the refugees. Why are those balls glowing?
Load them up, man.
Yes, Captain. He gets.
I like the sound of that.
He gets one of them and loads up the one that had missed.
Yep.
And it's loaded.
Sweet.
Salvo, you're up with
right.
Jolene on deck.
How to use my action now to fix my cannon?
Bonus action. Bonus action.
Well,
It's like reactivating it.
sure. Well, activating it is now bonus action. So action, I guess, activating it because I want to shoot it.
Action, shoot it. Yes.
Let's do
It
it.
doesn't matter. Yeah. All right. Then I do that,
Okay.
and I have advantage on it.
Yes.
Good. There it is. Natural 20.
And you got your inspiration back.
I did.
Nice.
I had already gotten it back because I had got it back after using
No,
it.
because
You gave it. You gave
Yeah,
it to the
I got
thing.
it back immediately.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, from the saving throw.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Oh.
So yeah. So double dice roll on this guy.
Oof.
15 force damage, and it's pushed back 5 feet.
Towards the Sun Eater, correct?
Yeah, so the Sun Eater's pushed 5 feet away from the paling.
The next shot from JJ had basically like solidified a third scar across its face because he said eyes over here, screeched, and
I said, I'm not afraid. Bonk.
boom, and it like basically just kind of hops up off the side of the ship, which 5 feet of movement on a moving ship is actually 5 feet up and 10 feet over because the ship is still moving.
Nice, love that.
Yeah, so it's about 15 feet away from the ship right now. All right,
Nice.
action done did.
Yeah, we need the Pythagorean theorem.
Anything else?
It's like 17 and a half feet. But whatever.
But there's no 17 in.
Depending on the point of origin and that you're referencing, because technically if you want to get to the trigonometry, we use your 10-foot point. No.
There's a lot more math involved than that, but 15 feels good.
Get yourselves an artificer. And the cannon has 1 attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I would get to do something, but I did it by fixing the cannon.
Yeah, you had to fix the cannon.
Yep.
It was the natural one.
Yep.
Jolene.
All right. I'm going to use my action to dash with the ship. Is that possible?
If you do so, the paling will fall. But yes.
You said every other turn.
Yeah, this is the other turn, I think. It falls. So summoned it. The other turn falls. Summoned it. Basically, it covers you for a round.
I'm pretty sure they did
just
it last
summoned it.
turn.
Yeah, I just did it last
They
round.
redid it.
They Misty stepped to it, and then they cast it after having gone up there.
And then the other turn.
There was no other turn after that.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
third.
Okay. I'm mistaken. That's okay.
They're at the very end or the very beginning. Yeah. And there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm mistaken. That's okay.
Yeah, so dash.
Dash for the ship.
The ship.
Okay. In any specific direction? Like, are you trying to move closer to Drakehaven, farther away from Drakehaven? Where you wanting to go?
I'm gonna lead it away from Drakehaven.
Okay. East, south, northwest, any particular direction. Right now, so for map purposes, Drakehaven is to your southeast. The Sun Eater and its dragons are basically in tandem with you, but you could affix it as to northeast. So you could fly west, southwest, northwest.
We'll go north. Northwest.
Okay, northwest. Got it.
Yes.
In that circumstance, the ship flies at 400 feet.
Wow.
Warp speed.
Very fast ship.
Without a dragon attached to it.
Yeah.
Without a dragon attached to it.
All we need is that 5 feet.
The paling doesn't block wind. Do we need to
Well,
hold
Bailey.
on?
Paling's magic. You're fine.
I'm just so
basically, there's a little bit of G-force that's like pulling you guys back.
400 feet over 6 seconds. You know.
Let's say Jolene.
We're not going to do the math on that, and it is now. Jolene, you have a bonus action still if you would like.
Yes. I will say to JJ, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And Bardic Inspiration.
Here, have you used it? You still have it.
Oh.
So he still has it. I will go ahead and say this. Hold on.
Someone else.
Let me do this. One moment, please. Yes, this is what I was going to do. I'll go ahead and say this.
Mm-hmm.
The ship at a dash action outflies the Sun Eater.
Mm-hmm.
As you peel off from that connection, you see a little bit of hesitancy in the demeanor of this dragon, like first like flying forward, moving back, looking for the other ones, flying forward again, stops, and realizes that he can't catch up. And you see him turn around and head back towards the swamp. And you guys are out of combat.
Oh.
Okay.
I am so sorry, viewers. I really need to go to the bathroom. Please talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
So that's only 45 miles per hour.
Oh, 400 feet in 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
45 miles an hour in an airship is
Yeah.
pretty intense. You ever
Going
had a convertible?
I mean, I've been on a motorcycle going 110, so.
Yeah. It feels like half of that.
Yeah, but imagine you weren't on the back of it.
What? What?
On the back of the motorcycle. I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Yeah. Just like, whoa!
And didn't have a helmet on.
Well, we weren't not moving. I mean, we were moving.
This is a much better time to talk about the cannons.
Oh, yeah. And how you should aim them.
They don't aim, the ship aims. The ship turns and you aim the ship to aim the cannon.
Have you seen it? They can go like
Yeah,
this,
I'm pretty sure
about
they
like
can aim the
10,
cannon.
They got
15
a
degrees.
little
And they can go
bit
like
of
this.
room.
Yeah.
They can go up and down. I know how
And then they can go like this, like this.
Pirate.
You didn't bother aiming them.
He didn't give me the option to aim.
He said,
You didn't
since you're not
ask
aiming
for
them, you have to fire them at disadvantage. And then,
No, it was because I was setting off two.
Which is
yeah,
not
that means
aiming.
you couldn't aim them.
Yeah.
You can set off one and
I
aim
didn't
it.
hear
and
that.
I didn't want to hear
I
that.
still wanted to fire two at the same time.
Oh, no, 100%. I love
Those cannons run forward because they don't go this way that easily.
But they can within the
Like a car?
Cars have two wheels that turn, jackass.
Okay, like a cart?
Yeah.
I think that the development design behind a cannon on a ship is meant to move so that they can aim it up. Because it's really hard
That's not
to
what I
build
want
a
to talk
ship
about.
in
I
water.
want to talk about Salvo making some new damn cannons.
That auto
so not the cannons.
I'm not one
In
with
past
aiming.
tense, but
I
the
hit
new
it sometimes. It glanced off of it.
You want
Yeah.
more powerful.
I want more powerful and
And then
different
still miss.
projectiles.
like heated metal cannonballs.
You're gonna have really powerful cannons that still miss because you don't want to aim
We're gonna
them.
need the DM to pull
What
me
you
off of
need
you.
is exploding Dragoncyte cannon.
Oh, you want homing cannonballs is what you want. Heat-seeking, dragon-seeking
That's what you do.
cannonballs.
You don't need to soup up the cannons at all. Soup up the
Give
cannons.
me shit because I didn't
Dragoncyte with an
understand
explosive
that
load
there was an
inside, and then
option
the
to
shrapnel
aim
was still
the
spraying
cannons.
Dragoncyte
Yes.
everywhere.
Which would make it an advantage.
didn't know that. I thought it was just they were. That was my role to
That's
hit.
okay. I didn't fully explain the mechanics to you. I apologize.
That's still not what I'm talking about. I still, even when I hit it, did 4 damage. I was talking about Salvo not making cannons that can bloody aim, but cannons that actually do more damage.
Dragoncyte cannons.
Yes.
2d10 damage is nothing to shake a stick at.
Just did.
You
Shook it real
rolled poorly.
I shook it.
Well,
real
if you
hard.
aimed the
This is
stick, it
between
would
me
do
and
a lot
Salvo.
better.
I aim my stick all the time and it works great.
And as you guys still heading off in this western direction, ship now slowing down as a couple of the scouts from the Crow's Nest are saying that the dragons have broke off. Slowing down. We hear door open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Convenient.
Sweet. Great job.
Just sleep well, you fucker.
That wasn't about sleep, but this is why I wanted me boy back. This is exactly why you guys are bloody brilliant.
Well, you can have him.
Certainly.
All right.
Thank you.
That's up to him, of course. It's his choice. But obviously, he wants to. Oh, I thought you didn't care. Now you care. All of a sudden.
Oh, he's not the leader of your group then.
Is there a leader?
No.
Oh. Well,
See,
I mean,
we democracy, Captain.
Well, I mean, we did all sign a contract.
I signed
Except for
nothing.
one.
What contract?
The contract to make sure that we don't spill Salvo's technological secrets.
I want off this ship. I don't care how you get it done. Just putting me down on the ground. I'm like,
I could meet
grabbing onto the
people
rope.
that could send you
drop the
out.
winch. I don't care.
I'll put a life preserver on you.
How about
off the edge?
since the lot of you seem a little rattled, just a wee bit. I'll take you back to Drakehaven, or Jolene, or I'll take you back to Drakehaven. I'm still a little under the weather. And then we'll decide if we move forward with saving Porculating, huh? Sound good?
I can get behind that.
Yeah, thank you.
Closes the door.
Functioning respiratory system, but not GI tract.
So, am I going back to Drakehaven?
I feel like we're already headed to Ghilean.
Basically.
Oh yeah, we did leave Drakehaven like by a lot.
Oh,
So wait,
400 feet.
JJ, where are you going?
On the ground, away from here. I don't care.
Outside the paling?
Yes. This thing gets attacked by dragons.
And you on the ground.
This thing gets attacked by dragons. I don't care what you have to say.
And
You are a traitor and abandoner of the cruise.
I have been your friend for a while. You're the one trying to leave us.
We hurt the Sun Eater a lot, and we took
We?
damage. I shot him with a cannon.
We.
What?
JJ did spec
There was
that
4 people downstairs and 3 cannonballs fired over the course of that entire battle.
I fired a bomb, actually.
And
We fired a bomb.
2 magical cannon blasts.
And a hot cannonball. That was awesome.
She fired a bomb and it nearly killed me.
No, it didn't. No, it's okay, honey. Oh, don't here, have a potion. Sorry about that.
Oh, that tastes much better than alcohol. How much? 1d4? 1d4?
2d4 plus 2.
JJ, this ship got attacked by dragons, and the people on this ship scared that dragon away.
The dragon didn't.
Think about that for just a second longer.
I don't care.
He fled from us.
Yeah, that's great, honey. Son.
Sonny. Very good. Very good.
Sonny. Frankly, I couldn't give a damn. I know I don't have much longer to live, but I'm not trying to race to the end either.
Paling
I get
works.
that. Yeah, I get that.
You guys can spend your lives however you want. I just wanted to go back to the clinic, live my nice little peaceful life, and you guys keep dragging me through a bunch of bullshit. No one cares how about I feel. Oh, but JJ, look at how cool this is. JJ, look at how awesome we are. I don't care. You guys can go be awesome and die. Because I know a lot of awesome people once too.
And we're definitely gonna die without you there.
I am starting to empathize with JJ.
Thank you. And you guys definitely will die.
Paling worked.
None thanks to any of you. Thank you, by the way, beautiful contraption.
Did you just call her a beautiful
The
contraption?
ship is a beautiful contraption.
The pale.
Oh, gosh, shit. I was like,
It is important to
There was a
specify.
period. And
Great work. I don't care. I'm going downstairs.
Just
Sleep on it.
Give him some time. He needs a minute. Honestly, we could all use a minute, huh?
I can use like 6 to 8 hours.
I could use exactly some sort of rest that is a bit longer than usual.
Like some actual rest, not just late reading or walking.
Right, I want some shut-eye.
Do you have a waypoint between here and Ghilean? Ghilean?
Ghilean.
Yep.
No.
The port?
I don't believe so, no.
How long will it take to get there?
It would take longer to get to Ghilean than it would to head back to Drakehaven.
Also, Ghilean is not a safe place to rest.
No, but I'm just...
We could rest on the journey.
In shifts.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's usually the case.
I'd say time-wise, you would get there, you would get to Ghilean before you would complete a long rest.
Oh, damn, that's fast. Okay.
That is pretty close.
And then we can go back to Drake Cave.
How about we all... I'd say we're about due for a group cup of tea and good long rest. You've not had, neither of you have had, the amazing tea from my father's tea shop.
It's quite good.
I haven't tried it.
I'm quite a fan of leaf water.
Not only will the rest heal your body, but the tea will heal your soul.
And maybe my head, it's got this weird sharp feeling.
Yeah, no, you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Did you stop drinking?
I have not had the time.
Oh, good, because that'll make it worse.
The guano will heal the plants.
I bet we can make it into bottles
Guano?
too.
Yeah, I had briefly mentioned some bats.
We talked to some bats.
Yeah, they have a home base. It's the tea shop.
Oh.
They're
Well, they
like,
were pretty fine with me.
Yeah, they're
a
like
bit cockney.
yeah. We only heard relayed conversations, but I got the vibe that
Kept saying this thing for the clan.
but they seem quite content there. They're well taken care of, well revered.
Tea shop?
Tea shop?
Do you guys have food there?
Yes, we have. We have some snacks.
Sausage?
We can get some sausage.
Tea shop.
All right, turn us about, Jolene. We're going to the tea shop.
Please.
All right.
JJ, you happy?
I'm not there.
He's below deck.
Yeah.
Pouting.
Yeah.
Cleaning his guns.
Old man.
Shouts at the staircase. JJ, you happy?
Exactly.
That's just only what I just said from the beginning is we should go back to Drakehaven. You know,
Exactly.
funnily enough, everyone's deciding to do it.
He's murmuring all this to himself.
He feels the ship rotating and he's like,
Yeah, now suddenly it's a great idea when someone else says it, not when I say it. Yeah.
And with that, as the ship about faces and starts moving towards that direction, you guys begin to slowly crest the southern edge of those marshes, and for some of you, you swear you can hear some screeching off in the distance, echoing off of the plains. And as you approach the paling of Drakehaven and lower the retractable climbing ladder. The winch ladder. Mm-hmm. That's very good. That's where we're going to end session today. Awesome.
Good one.
Yay!
Should save that for after we've gotten off the show.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching Scales of Fate. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for our guest player, Kai.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, they will be around for a little while longer, and depending on how much you guys just gallivant around in the ship and everything.
Right.
But that being said, we will see you guys next Monday.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
I'm down.
And in the meantime, go ahead and have a wonderful day.
But also, while you're at it, like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day first.
Yeah, wonderful day first. Then,
If you got time.
if you don't have a wonderful day, then don't tell people.
Don't worry about it.
Science has
Focus
shown
on
you're more
you.
likely to have a wonderful day if you like and subscribe.
That actually is true. Yeah, I've liked and subscribed only recently, and I've been having so many good days.
We would tell you the details, but we are under contract that obligates us not to.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Adios.
Bye.